We're live. I'm over here adjusting myself, you know. Versace.
Oh, talk your shit.
You know, we got the keys out. You know what I'm saying? Alicia keys, I'm just joking.
I told you, it looked like I came to pick up 2 keys, man. Look, but you ain't in Miami no more. You left Miami. You moved over a little bit.
Yeah.
Miami too small for me now.
I thought he was talking about him. I caught the accent.
Miami too small for me now.
So Miami is too small for me, right? But I feel like look, I'm a Warriors fan, right?
Right.
I fuck with Curry.
Right.
But I'm a fan of sport. And this what I'm gonna say is crazy to a lot of people. But if
I'm glad you put that disclaimer out there, because you must about.
Well, because I feel like
you can tell you're about to say something.
LeBron James is the greatest basketball player ever.
At this moment,
ever.
You know, like ever, like
you're talking about a dude that is 6'8", 6'9", 250 pounds. Michael Jordan was 6'6", 195. You put them up in a game together, and obviously the game has evolved. I will say this: if Michael Jordan was out in this era, he'd be bigger, faster, stronger.
Are we live now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just want the people to
hear
this. So, I'm glad it's not a secret conversation.
Yeah.
So they can hear that you just took a shot of Duce and it already got you fucked up. You just took your shot and you already drunk.
Well, you know what? You're 83, I'm 85.
Right.
So we grew up watching MJ. Right. And there's no doubt, like every time you watch them, it was something to marvel at. Right. And I'm not taking anything away from them. But if you put pit 2 people up against each other, and you got, and here goes my Steph Curry argument, right? That's what I'm making here.
Right.
Steph Curry is 6'2", 6'3",
right,
180 pounds.
Right.
Michael Jordan is 6'6", 190 pounds.
Right.
LeBron James is 6'9", 250 pounds. He's taking them in the lane every single time. Boom. He's too big and too powerful.
But now here's the thing. When you break it down as greatest ever, right, and your perspective, you're now going into a one-on-one phase.
You're right.
If you go into that phase, they're more killer than LeBron. So
yes.
So
Curry's more of a killer than LeBron?
Yeah. And so, because here's why though. LeBron is a killer, but LeBron is more of a, I would say, a team player as a killer, right? Like he can take the kill shot, but would rather his man get on the radio. Shot to the chest right there. I'm telling you, it's going. You know what I mean? Instead of him taking it, let his man get the kill. So that's the difference. LeBron is a legit leader, right? There's levels of leaders. There's different ways people lead their team. So when you start talking about the height and the weight and everything, right? LeBron will post up Steph, post up Mike, right? He's going to either shimmy and try to fade away, or 80%, he's going to pass it out to somebody else to take the 3. That's how he got his 4 rings. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So when it comes down to that, Mike ain't passing. Like they had to tell Mike, like Phil had to go, Mike, come here. Pass the ball to Paxson. He's open every time. And that was the game that was helping get their ring, the first ring, because he wouldn't pass it to Paxson. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the first ring, my fault, but he wouldn't pass it to Paxson at first because I'm Mike. I'm shooting this, but then he figured it out. Then he started passing it, right? So then when you got Steph loves to pass too, but Mike and Steph are taking the shot first every time. LeBron is passing first. So if you go from a one-on-one perspective, right, I can't say what LeBron is going to do, but my guess would be he would post up, spin, fade away. I don't think LeBron going to back Mike down, dunk on Mike. I don't think he's going to back Steph down and dunk on Steph. Steph going shimmy, hezzy, try to cross LeBron over, right? Mike going, pause, tongue out, whole lot. Yeah. But LeBron going post, spin, fade away shot. Now, in my honest opinion, I don't get mad. I don't feel no type of way. I don't think nobody's bugging by saying LeBron is the greatest basketball player that ever lived. I don't think you're wrong about that. Because here's what happens to me. Here's what people don't understand. You have to always respect time. People don't factor in time on certain things, right? Because guess what? What if I told you LeBron is one of the greatest ever, along with Mike, right? But what if I tell you he didn't impact or change the game like Steph Curry did? Because Steph Curry has everybody shooting threes now. He made a career off of, I don't have to go to the basket. I don't have to sacrifice my body.
But he could drive to the basket.
No, he could drive every time. But he changed the game. Now, LeBron impacted the game. I'm sorry, they both impacted the game tremendously in a different form where you would love for him to be the face of the league. He took over when there was no other mega superstar. He held it down all the way till he's 38 years old, going to be 39, probably play till he's 40 if his son, God bless, makes it to the NBA. So he held it down. It's going to be 20-plus years. Plus, because we don't know when he's retiring. Mike can't say that. Steph can't say that just yet. But what he did is remarkable. Nobody's ever done that. NBA leading scorer all time. If you go through LeBron's records of his stats of what he has done, I seen this the other day. It's like, if you got a Michael Jordan argument, leave his statistics alone and just say this. I'd rather Mike's game over LeBron's game.
Okay.
That's what nobody factors in. Everybody argue who's better. They didn't play one-on-one. They never got into it one-on-one to know. You understand what I'm saying? They teams ain't meet up in the finals to make that decision. Just say you like LeBron more than Mike because you prefer his game. Because that's what it really is. You got people who think Kobe, rest in peace to the Mamba, you got people who feel like Kobe is better than LeBron and Jordan. Because they love Kobe attitude in his game.
Yeah, I'm a huge Kobe fan. So if I were to say I'm gonna go Kobe number one.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your list is gonna have Kobe. Because if you're going by it's Kobe 1, LeBron 2.
I would still say Jordan 2. Because what you're saying is accurate. This is something I was writing because I be talking shit on Facebook, and I was saying this. I said that what it is about LeBron that would be his knock. Is he doesn't have the killer instinct. He's a crazy flopper. People can say whatever the fuck he wants, but Jokic shouldn't throw him across the court. And he mastered it because he is a master of his craft. Now, people can hate on him for it, but at the end of the day, he's so much, like his IQ is so high when he plays basketball that he's just like that. He knows what to do. He's like, okay, this motherfucker wants to keep running it till you fall.
Right. But you know what? Here's the thing, though, right? Do you say he started the flopping? Because guess what?
I wouldn't say he started
the same person you said who he flopped against, which was Jokic, right? Jokic flops more than anybody else.
You think so? More than LeBron?
Watch this. LeBron, Jokic, Embiid, Anthony Davis,
Harden,
Giannis, Harden. Everybody that goes to the basket, this all you hear, hey.
Yeah.
Every single time, hey. To the point when they lay the ball.
I don't blame the bigs, though. I don't blame the Shaquille O'Neals, the Jokic, the Embiids, because they get harassed. They're such big bodies.
No, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but I had to stop you there. Shaq got beat up a lot of times, right? But it looked like it didn't faze him. That I understood.
I feel like that's happening to Jokic too, because he's so big and Embiid.
Right, but
you could chop him real good, and it doesn't even look like it because you got a 7-footer.
Here's the thing. Embiid, glad he got his MVP, right? Hopefully he finally make it to the Eastern Conference next year, things of that nature, right? Get out the second round or whatever. The thing with Embiid is I love Embiid's game until he starts relying on the free throw line. Because now he's elbowing and falling and flopping and hurting his body. He's already hurt. You gotta manage your game to not hit that floor so much. For a big man, you shouldn't be on the floor 90% of the time.
It takes a lot.
Because he's trained himself to fall so he can get the and one or the foul every time. Instead of I'm really trying to back you down, spin, bank shot, finesse, elbow, you know what I'm saying? So what I say about that is this, though, right? Shaq wasn't flopping. Shaq ain't flop. Shaq was getting punched, dunking on everything moving, right?
Kobe did it, but he wasn't like that.
I ain't really see Kobe flop, bro.
Yeah, but he's done it.
I can see Kobe try to draw a charge, but I'm talking about Kobe on offense.
Yeah.
Kobe trying to get an and one, so he's shot staying precise, everything, right? But you got when you look at Embiid, right? When you look at Anthony Davis, every time Anthony Davis is one of the greatest, but every time he laid the ball up, watch this. Watch all his games. You're gonna hear, hey. It's like, yo, bro, just make the basket, or because if you try to make it more, they'll call foul anyway. But so they're not completing their baskets, or they trying to go to the line so much that it's taken away from them being because they superstars. But I'm talking about the greatest in the world. That's what's taken away from like Embiid and Anthony Davis and being the greatest, because now they're relying on free throws. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of just playing the game. Like, that's my only gripe with like Embiid and Anthony Davis. Yo, I think they amazing and can be the two best people in the whole NBA. Even Giannis, right? Giannis earned his rank and everything. We have nothing negative or bad to say about Giannis. One of the greatest people in history already of the NBA, right? But the thing with Giannis is Giannis elbowing the shit out of everybody. That Euro step, he knocking everybody out, and he looking for the foul and everything too. And if you notice, they going to the ref every time. Like,
I hate that about the game.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Glizzy gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Giannis Glizzy gone. You know what I'm saying? And laying the ball up and everything. So that's my take on it. Just to go back to the Jordan, Kobe, LeBron argument. All the greatest in their own right. All three GOATs, all three legends. Steph, all four legends, and everything. I just think that if you watch Mike play, right? Pause if needed. If you watch Mike play, you never seen nothing like it.
Absolutely.
So you have to understand why everybody can't put LeBron over Mike, because Mike was flying. Pause. Mike had to think about it. You stick your tongue out now, and they're going to be like, oh, time out. Give me a timeout. Yo, I'm guarding you. Why your tongue out all the time? Yo, pause. What's up with homie? Mike made it cool for a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. What's the like Mike made that cool to do. You understand what I'm saying? This is how real Mike was. Mike made it cool to rock a baldy. Mike made it cool to rock. Mike had niggas shaving they. Mike had
let us not forget,
like Onyx.
Mike, them little stink hoop earrings. I hate them. I hate Mike though. If it's one thing with Mike, I gotta say that hoop earring Mike wear, that one little stink hoop genie earring he got. I can't stand that. But Mike made it cool to rock a ball. Now, here's what I mean about game changers. Mike's sneakers still to this day. Mike had you playing just like him, spinning, fade away, tongue out, trying to fly, reverse layups, everything,
Mike
right?
created Kobe.
Steph got everybody shooting threes galore, how they playing and everything. Steph changed the game. Iverson created the zone. Shaq and Iverson, the reason they had to try to do zones, the double team, to figure it out, because Iverson nobody can guard him one-on-one. Iverson single-handedly changed the game and made them add a zone to stop him. People don't know this though. Like, really go back to when he first came in, niggas couldn't stop him. Had to create a zone. Iverson had you wearing braids. Mike had you wearing a ball, getting a baldy, tattoos, baldy to sleeve.
Yeah,
Iverson got everybody. Salute to Melo on his retirement too, but he had Melo rocking the sleeve. Iverson started the sleeve. So I bring this up to say, that's why I say LeBron is one of the greatest ever. I punch somebody in the face if they even remotely take that away from him. But the game changed with them other players that I named.
Absolutely.
LeBron just played and mastered the game when nobody, like, he's one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
But he didn't change the game. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get on the court and maybe because he big or whatever, but you don't try to play like LeBron.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? You don't try to dress like LeBron. You don't try to wear like what LeBron wear. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, here goes something I said that is also another controversial thing, but part of it is talking shit. Because my boy is a huge LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron fan, but he makes me kind of like
one of the greatest.
He be making me talk shit about LeBron. He be loving him so much, right?
Right.
Nut hugging. Sorry, but get off. but if LeBron was 6'2", 190 pounds, he don't got the shot like that. He don't got the handles like that. So his game, he would evolve with him because he's got that mentality to play great.
Right.
But he ain't gonna be Steph Curry. He's not gonna be Michael Jordan.
Here's the only thing: you can't do that though.
You can't. But here goes what people do. But this is why I do it, because of the argument for Steph. A lot of people knock Steph just because he's not that high flying dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Steph's not gonna be able to dominate a game in the paint. That's the one part that he's missing out on his game. But you don't want a 6'2" guy doing that.
I would honestly say Steph might be the most loved.
He definitely.
I don't really hear too many people.
Every real LeBron fan hates
LeBron
Steph.
is the right because here's why though.
He took some rings away.
Nah, it ain't even that. You have to choose at some point, right? Because that's what it is. LeBron is hated the most that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Kind of weird.
Like
No, it's not. He's dominated so many people that they just have
go
to.
on YouTube and watch basketball clips that have nothing to do with LeBron, and then go to the comments. If this was LeBron, he would have. If LeBron was in this situation, he would have. Oh, I bet LeBron. He's not even in the picture.
But he's the biggest name.
Yeah, but that's my thing, and this is why one of the GOATs, one of the greatest, and you got to salute him on that. The only difference I would say, why I personally believe that people still choose Mike over LeBron is because you wanted to be Mike at one point in your life. You never wanted to be LeBron.
Okay.
That's a big difference. That means somebody has a grasp on who you're trying to become. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like that's what it is. Like, think about it, right? Like from the sneakers, you know what I'm saying, to how people crave his kicks and what goes on with that. Like it's like an infatuation with Mike when Mike was playing.
Well, part of that is Mike didn't have social media problems.
He
would have had a lot more haters.
You know what?
If he voiced this shit on social media.
That could be.
Yo.
I like that. But you know
real.
what? It would have, and how would he have handled it? Would have
Not well.
you know what? I know we can't just assume, but I think Mike is tough. I could see Mike, somebody writing Mike like, yo, start passing the ball or whatever the case may be. And I could see Mike like, you know what?
I already know where
say
you're going.
something crazy to him. You get what I'm saying? Because that's how he was. Didn't back down for nobody.
Yeah, you could say it just like he would say it. Suck my dick.
Yeah.
That's exactly how he'd say
I
it.
think Mike probably would have said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, that's a great point. What would Mike do if Mike was on social media? How much hate would he receive?
They would have tore him up.
Right. I think they would have let Mike have it, especially fans all over, especially Pistons fans or whatever. They would have salute to the D, pause if needed, but salute Detroit. You know, I love Detroit. They would have let Mike, you know, that was that rivalry right there.
Hell yeah.
Indiana would have let Mike have the whole Midwest. That whole Midwest region would have let Mike would have let Mike have it the most. And guess what? New York. We would have let Mike have it. New York? Oh, Patrick Ewing would have been on Instagram and Twitter. Right? And then, you know what I mean? Like, imagine Patrick Ewing writing Mike's shit on there. But bust your ass in game 7, pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Charles Oakley is Michael Jordan's best friend.
Yep, and Ewing might have had Ewing probably would have had a burner account.
Right? Or something.
Talking shit. Isaiah Thomas definitely would have had one.
Listen,
You know
Isaiah Thomas would have had the burner account.
Yeah.
And wrote from his real one, too. He would have wrote from both.
Yep.
He would have wrote,
right.
He would have wrote, fuck you, Mike. The fake account would have wrote facts. But they both him. He would have wrote facts. Just to end that, you know, that discussion, I think, once again, I just think that's what it truly is. Like, if you grew up watching Mike, you understand what I'm saying? Watching Jordan, it was nothing like him. Just like LeBron, there's nothing like him. Just like Steph, just like Kobe, there's nothing like him. So, you know, one thing I want to say, because I heard you say earlier, Mike kind of birthed Kobe. What I will say is this. You know why I love Kobe? Because Kobe took Mike's style of how he played and his aggression, his mentality, and he enhanced it for himself.
Absolutely.
To where you started separating him from Mike.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Yo, but it was crazy because, you know, I don't know if you remember the video where Kobe jump and pump his fist. It looked just like Mike, yo.
Yeah, there's a video that they had made where, like, it's the start of every Jordan started to play, and then it's Kobe.
The gum, the pause,
and they go through one play each time that they keep switching from person to person. It looks like the same shit.
Crazy, chewing on the jersey.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, right? But I love it because what will we do if we hear somebody rapping like somebody? We gonna be like, oh, he sounds just like such and such, and don't give him a chance. True. But Kobe adapted, took Mike's style, and enhanced it for himself. Became one of the greatest ever, and we didn't have a problem with it. That's real. Because if we, like we said, if some,
got it.
you know what I'm saying. So salute to the GOATs and the legends, man.
That got to be one of the best answers I've heard to that argument ever.
Yeah, it really was good.
Ever.
Yo, because that's what
because he's got one of the craziest schemes ever about basketball. So I know he knows his basketball to AT.
Yeah, that you know what? And salute to my bro Shaq. Like that's really my dog. Like I met Shaq in Atlanta, and we've been like cool ever since. Like talking on the phone. Like when he shook my hand. Right, his hand was all the way up here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Listen, brother, that Orlando scheme shook his family, but that was crazy.
Yeah,
or whatever. Right? He was like, "Oh
Bouncing
my god."
off.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh my god, that scheme was crazy." So to know it was about him and breaking his career down or whatever, and for him to salute it, like, man, that was crazy. Was one of my, you know what I mean?
You know how
like,
powerful that was?
That's what I'm saying.
I dropped the clip, and Suge hit me. About coming out, so he wants to come out.
So that's good. Then look, hey, salute to my dog, Shotgun Suge, man. Listen, me and Suge, we laugh, we joke about it every time, right? Because he whooped my ass in round one because I didn't have nothing, right? But it was part of the rope-a-dope. Because see, here's what I did. People scared to sacrifice and do shit like that. So I'm going against Suge, right? Now, you know how you got your supporters, your fam with you, your peoples and shit, but nobody know your rounds. So you know, like, this first round about to stink so bad, and you see my niggas like, yeah, thinking this about, I'm like, they don't know. This shit about to be horrible. Right, because my whole thing was, I'm not going to beat, here's two people I said I'm not going to beat in round one. Shotgun Suge and New Jersey Twerk. The irony, both from Jersey. But I knew I wouldn't, because them Jersey niggas' first rounds, Arsenal, Surf, Free the Wave, Arsenal, Surf, Suge, Twerk, O-Red, all of them niggas, they first rounds be so crazy that I'm not a mega energetic person. So if you look at Shotgun Suge's resume, I said, I'm not going to beat this fucking Amazon in this first round. So now I'm not going to put no power into my first. And I'm going to mention the rope-a-dope shit later to let everybody know how I did this on purpose. You know, Muhammad showed me how to do this. The rope-a-dope is real, and a lot of stuff you do in life when it comes to competition. You play dead for a hot second and make somebody put their guard down. Then you bop, and then it's, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah. So my whole thing was, so that round, right? So he was comfortable, right? So everybody looking at me like, oh my God, it is over for this nigga night. Clips. It is a wrap. Smoke in a second, right? Go haywire in a second. So once I hit his third, I'm like, oh, he's out of here. Watch how I do this shit. And the way I put that together, that's why I always thank God how I come up with some stuff. It's like how Shaq and Suge call each other cousins, right? And their careers was literally the same when you literally break it down, yo.
But you could break that shit down.
Yes, sir.
Don't say that anybody else could break that shit down.
Right, good looking, bro. Yeah. And the way that round hit, it just gave me the battle from there. So me and him always argue. I'd be like, Suge, I fucked you up. And that third took away everything you... I said, you want to know how you know? He was like, how you know? I said, because in my first round, you let me rap as long as I want to. I said, once I started cooking in the second and third, you started saying, no, time. Cut his time. So... we always laugh, so I always tell him, come get your revenge back. Oh, he think he won. I think I won. I always say we could go one round just to see who the winner is and have some fun. But that's my dog. But when he come up here, he going to have some fire shit to talk about, too. And he's probably going to talk about that. I'm saying I won for sure. But salute to Suge, man. That was a fire battle once it got
Cash, you're the battle judge. Who you got winning that? What's the count? Yeah,
slept him.
Yeah,
because this motherfucker be like he's like.
Nah, that's my dog. You know, that's my dog. So yeah, you know. so the thing is, right, with Suge, like I said, I just knew him, and I knew all his power was gonna be in the first, and his first rounds can knock you out. They can dismantle you for the rest of the battle, to where you won't get that momentum back. But I know it's me. And I said, yo, I'm not going to beat him in the first round. He can
float
have
like
this
a butterfly,
round. Sting like a bee.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I caught him in the second. When I knew in the second, like I said, once I hit him in the second, boom, he stop his time, cut his time. I said, I got him. Now he worried about the time. This shit stinking.
I don't think I ever heard somebody talk about a strategy like that.
I did it against Twerk.
No, I'm saying I don't think anybody's ever like sat here on Danza Project and discussed the strategy like that.
Oh yeah, now you know where we at, man. I got to give you the exclusive. I did the same thing with Twerk. When I woke up the morning that I had to battle Twerk, there's no bullshit. You can ask DNA. When I woke up the morning to battle Twerk, I told DNA, I said, yo, I'm going to put my third round second, and I'm going to sacrifice my first because I'm not going to beat him. He's too electrifying. I'm not going to beat Twerk in the first round. I am not going to beat Twerk this first round. And what happened? One of the best rounds ever spit against me. Twerk first round. I'm still got liver damage from that round when his bars was hitting me. You know what I'm saying? So Twerk's first round was just, oh my God, all the Charlie flips, everything you could think of. You know what I'm saying? Was just crazy. And then what I do? Round two.
Let's go.
Let me get that. I'm here. Every kiss begins with K. Bow. No, it don't. Started fucking, like this all you do. And like and that's my boy. So even when we talk to this day, we always laugh. He always say, yo, you the only nigga to break me down like that, pause. He was like, you the only one to do that, yo. I said, because I had it done to me from Hollow to Dawn. You dig what I'm saying? Salute Hollow. Hollow caught me with that years ago. You know what I'm saying? When we locked in. Hollow wasn't known for having immaculate first rounds. I'm talking about that's all he had. Hollow is a complete fighter, 1 through 3. So I wasn't thinking like his first was gonna be some super amazing round. I said Hollow gonna try to make his second or his third his most amazing round. And then when he broke my style down, it was like I noticed even if my round was still fire, he still put it in everybody's minds like, oh, this is how he raps, this is what he's gonna do and say. Yeah. So it was nothing I can do at that point. And I didn't think the rebuttal of freestyle at that moment because I was trying to like, nah, stay focused, don't freestyle, just stay focused. Let's see. But I still should have just wowed out and do what I do, but I didn't. So when I hit Twerk with the same shit, I started understanding rounds and sacrifice and things of that nature. You dig what I'm saying? And it's not an easy thing to do. It's a scary thing to do. You got to have fucking heart to do that.
Game IQ, that's that.
Because what if a nigga got all 3 of his shits as bombs and you trying to sacrifice one, but you just got to know who to do it with. I knew Twerk and Suge, they first rounds is always super dynamic, and then they might ease up a little bit. I said, and that's where I got to catch him at. And God bless it, worked for me in both battles.
My guy right here is like the Tony Romo of breakdowns. Because it really is. That shit is like, I'm over here sitting there like, I'm learning. I'm about to start battling, goddammit. What's up? Get me in the battle.
Yo, Romo is one of, like, because when you said Tony Romo, I was like, hold on, which is, I'm like, wait, hold on. Tony Romo, of what? Like, when you said breakdowns, I'm like, okay, because I mess with Romo. Yeah. But, you got Mahomes out there. When you was calling me Romo, I'm like, I ain't got no rain. I'm like, yo, what you said? I ain't got no rain? But of breakdowns, because he does know football like the back of his fucking hand.
It's crazy how he knows what's about to happen.
When he's talking, and he knows the plays and everything. A lot of people.
And now they're putting it in every sport. Now they got JJ Redick out there in the NBA doing crazy
shit too.
JJ,
JJ knows basketball.
Yeah.
Like the back of his hand. And hopefully for him, he finally, he gets to coach. Because I see he tried to, he put in the application to coach. I think it might be for the Raptors. Or one of the team. Now, it was a team. I just forgot what team it was. It might be the Raptors. But when they let a couple coaches go, he actually went to go get an interview to become a head coach.
Sixers too would be good for him. That'd be good.
Yeah. Because see, here's the thing, because he knows the Sixers organization, meaning that he was playing there. But I don't know if Harden ain't gonna listen to JJ Redick.
Yeah, but I think Harden's gonna be out.
It depends. If Harden gets Mike D'Antoni the coach, Harden ain't going nowhere. He loves Mike D'Antoni. Yeah. That's his favorite coach.
But Embiid is Embiid is like Shaq. He's gonna call you out, and he does it every fucking post game.
But you see, here's the difference though. I'm not gonna say he likes Shaq because Shaq gonna say the name and tell you the person.
Okay.
Shaq gonna say, listen, Derek Fisher, he should have hit the fucking shot. Embiid is gonna go, I feel like if you pass the ball enough to the post, then we score. But if you don't pass the ball, we're not going to win.
This is where they saw the wilding out talent. He gets right into character.
He could see it.
That's how Embiid gonna do, but you know who he talking about though.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
But Shaq is gonna like, we should have
just punch Kobe in the face.
Yeah, we should have played ball better. We should have fucking played ball better. Like, he's gonna go into that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't give him the Shaq joint. But what I will say is that if Mike D'Antoni becomes the coach of the 76ers, James Harden stays. If he doesn't, I think James Harden goes back to Houston where he loves it for some reason. And I think, here's what I think. James Harden, and this is not, and I repeat, I am not calling Harden LeBron. I'm not comparing them in terms of their skill set or their accomplishments. But if you look at what James Harden like to do, believe it or not, I don't think he likes to play with other superstars. No. James Harden likes to play with people that nobody knows so he can pass it to them and they make threes all day and he makes the team look better. It is less pressure because you're not expected to win or go anywhere. When you put him with superstars, right? Think about it. When he goes with superstars, it's not the best look for him because he defers. Like, he doesn't become the man in them situations. Where you go with Kyrie and KD, they didn't really get to go with each other, but he couldn't be the man there. In the 76ers, he can't be the man there. In Houston, complete control. And that's why he had his best years there. Now, he locked in with Chris Paul, but Chris Paul wasn't the scorer. Right. I got the scoring and the passing while Chris Paul just got the passing or whatever. But this is my shit over Chris Paul because Chris Paul had many years on him and everything, right? Because years when Chris Paul was in New Orleans, he couldn't hardly nobody could take over with Chris Paul. But that's what I'm saying. Now, here's why I say brought up LeBron. I think LeBron loves to play with teams that don't have superstars neither. As weird as it may sound, I know some people are going to be like, how if he went to Miami? Because look how his career was built. He didn't have superstars with him all the way until he got to Miami. But he loved playing with them. He loved playing with the 3-point shooters and everything back in Cleveland when he was making it to the finals but couldn't win when he was in the playoffs all those times.
It was Mo Williams.
Come on, man. He loved those. Come on, man. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. To the point, think about this. When he first got to Cleveland, he had Carlos Boozer, Darius Miles and them on his team. Got him up out of there. Think about this. He got them out of there. But get what I'm saying? Because this is my team. I don't need nobody else here. But he's older now. So he would love to, you know what I mean, with Anthony Davis and stuff. But I think he plays better when he doesn't have any other superstar with him. Because he make those around him better. And he controls everything. When you got another superstar, you can't control everything. Get what I'm saying? Put LeBron, and it's not trying to be funny because Jimmy Butler, whoa, salute the Butler. Oh, yeah, Jimmy Butler is crazy. We'll talk about him later. But put LeBron on the same Heat team. I think put LeBron on the same exact Heat team.
Yeah, we're supposed
they would have went crazy. Because he passed. Vincent knocked that down. Yeah. Duncan knocked that down. Strus knocked that down. Bam, Ali, like that's his type of game.
This motherfucker knows basketball.
That's his type of game. Yeah. But now, guess what he has to do? I have to come down sometimes, and I have to dump it down to AD. I have to. Yeah. How can I not? But that's stopping me from. Y'all don't know what LeBron do? That's why I know LeBron game. LeBron takes time off. Yeah. He doesn't. Right?
No, you're right.
The game that they just had, the final game they just had. Crazy. What you think he did in the first half? Every minute damn near the first half and went crazy. 38, what do you had? 38, 31. I forgot.
11 and 13.
Oh, my God, in the first half. You know who he took like one shot in the third quarter? One shot. You know why?
They switched the defense up.
No, it ain't even that. He didn't even go to the post no more.
He sat behind the.
He didn't even go to the post no more. It switched up because it was like, I'm cooking. I'm going crazy. I did what I had to do for us. Yeah. I got to get y'all in rhythm, or we not going to beat these niggas. Yep. And he tried, and it wasn't there.
Exactly. But that's the part of his game that lacks. I said that too. Yeah. Like, because you got to kill him. Right. You can't leave it up to chance. If that's you that's got to do it,
they got to do it.
You know what I mean? You might have to score that 81.
But guess what happened though? His game is back down or basket pass. That's just his game. And he's become one of the best ever by doing that. He tried to listen to everybody else. LeBron didn't want to take that last shot. With Aaron Gordon on him and Jamal Murray in the trap that he ran in, he didn't want to take that. But guess what everybody is doing? oh, LeBron better take this last shot. He getting old. This is, if he passes, this ain't LeBron. If he would have went and dimed AD on the elbow open, but the mind was like, I got to do this now because I done chilled this whole time. I took time off. I'm gonna try to score.
I'm gonna look crazy.
If he plays his game, right? If AD not there and he's in that situation, Reeves gets the last shot because that's LeBron's game. I'm kicking it to the corner. Ray Allen. Yeah. This is LeBron's game. But Anthony Davis is there, so it takes away from I'm going to look for the other people that ain't got the superstar status. And that's why, when I say revert back to J.J. Redick coaching the Sixers, would love for him to get a job as a coach because I think he has a great mind, especially in basketball. But Harden ain't going to listen to him. And then when Harden leaves, who do you got to fill that void? You got Maxey. You got Maxey, but who going to run with Maxey? Who going to be the two guard with Maxey? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
So I don't think he can.
Yo, everybody that's watching right now, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, share, do all that shit.
Definitely.
We got Charlie Clips in the building.
Yeah.
This was supposed to happen last Thursday.
Yeah.
With them flights.
Them weather, listen, Denver and Houston.
I wasn't trying to cut him a break either. I was like, no, we'll be fine. We'll do it. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? But we made it happen. We got you in the building.
I'm here.
Legend.
Sure.
All right, legend. Arguably the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that. I like the GOAT. So that means arguably number one.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I
mean, number one most viewed now.
Yeah.
We said that. We
Sorry,
said that
Arsenal.
when Arsenal was here. He was pissed.
Sorry,
He
Arsenal.
went on a 5-minute rant. Said, "Hold on a second before I let you slip with that. I had it over a decade, and this is just for this year." But shout out to Charlie Clips for having it right now.
Hey,
though.
here's why I know Ars, right? Here's why I know Ars was pissed off at that. When Ars announced he was the number one viewed battle rapper ever in America at the time, right? Now, mind you, it was like 1 week, and then the next week it was me. So it was like right there. He done said my name, Clips thought he had it, da-da-da-da. I laughed on his page, showed love. When I posted mine and said, excuse me, I am now the number one or whatever, he ain't like it. He ain't comment, nothing. I said, oh, yeah. Because, that's what he always thrived off of because he got views. Like, his views is amazing when it comes to battle rap. You dig what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, I am number one, and I'm probably going to remain number one because I'm going to probably have more YouTube drops because you got to think my battle that I just had on RBE is getting ready to come out. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So the YouTube drops is where you get him at, but all Arsenal need is like 2 battles, and he's probably right back at number one. So it's like 1 week it is me, the following week it could be him. You dig what I'm saying? But I think that lead I got is about to expand.
Hello.
You know what I mean? It's about to because I got a few joints for the rest of this year that's gonna be on YouTube. So yeah, he might as well just stay on the app or whatever over there and do it. So you know what I'm saying?
He's about to boost up his own views.
And what I'll do is I'll battle him. So just in case he think he about to get the lead, I'll battle him and just keep it right there. Like I'll rematch him.
Can't surpass.
Yeah. So whatever views you get in this city, I'm getting 2. So you ain't going nowhere.
I like that.
and have like 3 battles in the stash. So every time he drop one, I'll be like, I'm dropping 2, right? He drop at 5 p.m., I'm coming out 7 p.m. You ain't gonna get me. So
you are consistently a man of strategy, bro.
Yes, sir.
He is. Yeah.
From the battles, from just hearing you talk about basketball, just the way you broke down that whole thing, it's almost like you already thought about it already. I'm being G. It don't sound like it's your first time spitting that out. Like, is that something that comes from reading a lot of books, hanging around with older people when you were younger? That's
a great question.
Because like,
when I first ever started, all right, when I was a kid, I always had this. My mind was just creative, right? Like I just think of the most spontaneous, like bugged out shit at the time, like my way my mind works. Come from watching horror movies since I was a baby, just weird cartoon, the games. I pay attention to everything, right? And even when I was in school in elementary, I had to do the Emperor's New Clothes or whatever. Okay. So yeah, I was a kid, but I had to wear like the long john shit, to look fake butt naked as a kid and shit. Cause remember the Emperor's New Clothes, he was butt naked or whatever the case may be. So I was in the better shape at that time.
It was a different time.
It was a different time. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do that. So I remembered every word that I had to. Like this was a real play. I killed it. Everybody clapped. I got bows. I'm bowed to the crowd. Everybody going crazy. I killed it, right? So that let me know when my memory can be at what remembering scripts, words, anything. details everything. And let me see what else transpired that probably really had me. Oh, so when I got in high school, right, I was nice with art, right? So I went to Washington Irving High School. For everybody watching Irving, you already know, downtown Manhattan. So what happened was, right, I had this art teacher, right? And the art teacher, Mr. DiMartino, I think his name was, Mr. DiMartino, I think it was. He said something that was real to me. Because see, when you doing art and you doing things and you young, this looks fire, this is fire, right? But because you see where you going with it, but you want to salute the young person that's doing what he's doing though. It may not look exactly what they trying to get, but you like, yo, that's fire. So you boosting the ego, the confidence, and everything.
Keep going.
So Mr. DiMartino was like, yo, this is real. He was like, yo, the way the visuals that you have and the way you think, the way your mind goes, is one of the greatest shits I ever seen. He's like, yo, your thinking process, your thought process is amazing, but your art can't grasp the language. It can't grasp what you're seeing. He said, I see where you're going, but you're not in detail
able to communicate
because I didn't practice really. I just show up to class, do what I do or whatever, right? And he let me know how my thinking was, but my art couldn't keep up with it. Because I was too advanced in terms of my thoughts and what I can visually see, but I couldn't put it on paper in terms of art. And then in the same breath, in school, this is still high school, so when I first started rapping, when I used to come to school, they used to have ciphers in the lunchroom and everything. And these metaphors, similes, punchlines was amazing to me. Like, right? Like I'm sitting there, because mind you, I'm bumping the Locks all day, Fab, all rest in peace, DJ K Slay, his mixtapes, Clue mixtapes, Cut Master C. I'm bumping all mixtapes in high school, right? But I don't rap. But all this shit is, oh, come on now. Yeah. All this shit is fire to me, right? So they having ciphers. So I go home, right? I get home. I stop at the corner store. I get a composition notebook, the black and white joint, right? This is how you know I ain't a rapper. Who writes their rhymes in a composition? Well, niggas did write in composition. Matter of fact, but when you was advanced, you got the spiral joint. When you know what I mean? Yeah. So I wrote them in a composition notebook. I had like 4 pages full, like 4 raps or whatever. So I'm just like, yo, I got something.
Inch it closer to the circle.
Like, I'm like, yo, I got something. They like, man, go ahead, man. Because now, I'm the coolest, one of the coolest niggas in school. I'm just cool, jokey. You know what I'm saying? I ain't rap. What? Nigga, go ahead, man. I'm like, nah, I got something. They like, man, let us hear that. When I tell you my first rap, when I tell you they went crazy, I'm talking about crazy to the point. This what made me. This is why I'm sitting here on the Danza Project now. Like, this moment is what really got me here, right? There's 2 moments that really got me here. So, boom, I spit those 4 raps, right? I'm shaking the lunchroom shaking. I'm talking about Summer Madness shaking.
Chest out.
Nah, going crazy tight, crazy. Like, and I'm talking about shaking the building to the point security and them is waiting in the hallway, right? Everybody leaves this way. I feel like the man a little bit, so I'm going to walk this way where everybody coming in for the next period lunch. You get what I'm saying? Because I think this was probably like 5th period or something like that. So 6th period coming in for lunch or whatever. I'm going to walk this way because I'm feeling good or whatever. I'm not leaving out with these niggas who heard this already. So, I'm straggling in the hallway. Salute to the twins from Irving, too. God bless. I hope everything is good with them. If they ever see this, salute to the twins. I always shout them out because one of the twins, I don't know exactly which one, he was like, yo, spit that shit you spit in the lunchroom just now. Because now I'm out the corridor. Like, I'm in the corridors. Like, I'm heading out to the hallway. So he like, spit that shit you just spit in the lunchroom. Spit that shit. I open the book up. I don't know the words. I just made this shit. When I tell you, that shit went so crazy. Security had to calm everybody down. Yo, y'all chill. What's going on? They running up because they just hear everybody screaming. So they come. Here come security guards just running. What's going on? What's going on? They like, oh, we're crazy. Go crazy. So they get it all calmed down and shit, right? So I'm walking. One of the security guards go, hey. I go, huh? He go, That was fire. He dapped me up. That was fire.
Cutting class.
So the continuation of how I think, right? Now I'm fully invested. Because now I just had that moment, right? That's a make or break moment. If you spit some shit and everybody like, boo, wonk, wonk, fuck out of here, it's trash, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what happens to me at that time? But God bless, it was the other way around. Now I'm getting on a train going back home on a 3 train. Salute 3 train or whatever. I know Lux said the fastest way to Harlem is the A train, slick. Well, I used to take the 3. You get what I'm saying? Because the A train is on St. Nick and 8th and all that up there. So I was on Lenox, so I had to take the 3 train, right? Every day I took the 3 train when I came from school and went to school. And I started sitting on a train looking up at all the posters and advertisements they had, and I would freestyle to myself about, I really meant this. JG Wentworth, what's the Wentworth? If I send him to the dentist, you got to hold on. I'm just reading shit, putting it together. And my mind, when I tell you my mind just every day, it's like I can put a story together, and I never wrote again. I've never put the pen to the paper and wrote a rhyme again. Never. Those 4 rhymes I wrote in a composition notebook, that was it for me. Every time after that, I just would lyrical exercise, and I would make my rhymes up in my head, and I would keep them there. That was my notebook, and I would never write again. And then,
so there is the Charlie Clips is the greatest freestyler ever.
Narrative
that is out there.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, though, right? Because you got some of the greatest freestylers that there is on the planet, and 90% of them is in battle rap, probably. You know what I'm saying? So when to be called one of the greatest, I'm appreciative of it, because man, it's some dynamic freestylers. What I love about myself, right, in terms of how you said about how I think and how I just is that I've adapted the ability to freestyle and make sense with everything. I pride myself on making sense. Because sometimes you hit a wall when you freestyling and shit don't start making sense. And it'd be like, all right, you know what I mean? I mixed the water with the air conditioner because the fan is on. And now the air conditioner with the sour patch. You'd be like, all right, my nigga, the air conditioner. We know, all right, what else? Because now so I pride myself on taking those words like air conditioner, because I was in Atlantic City, and act courteous, because you start going AC, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what AC mean, but you're a virgin like AC green, but make sure that AC clean, you know what I'm saying? And then you just start going, hold on, because AC green was a virgin, AC lean, then everything is AC, from Atlantic City to the air conditioner, the AC green, act, accordingly. Like, it's just, just start going, okay, everything making sense. So I pride myself on making sense whenever I freestyle. I gotta make sense, or I feel like, what the fuck was that? What am I saying?
Hell yeah.
What am I saying? So that's how my mind works, bro, and that's how it happened. I just literally, I don't know, bro. That's why I just thank God. When people be like, yo, how? I just let them know my reps that I did from coming home from school, going home. You know what I mean? Going home from school, going back to school, what I would do, I would be in the ciphers, and I would just freestyle, and I wasn't scared. Like, when I didn't have nothing and ran out of rhymes, back then, if you had like a good 5, 6, 7 rhymes, that's your babies. Like, but once you start running out them shits, I just started freestyling. I wasn't scared to say, for anybody to tell me like that was whack. That's why I love myself in that aspect, because I don't care. Like, I'm a go. Like, this is what I do. This shit fun. Go.
I do this shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck when sometimes when the beat drops and we're here and we're just vibing. I'm like, fuck it, I'll freestyle. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna tell you a story though, because not to go too far past to where you were at earlier, and you were talking about like that was that make or break moment for you. You're involved in one of my make or break moments.
Hold on, I was about to take a sip. Let me hold that. What happened?
So I'm a humble, contrary to popular belief, because I know some people hate me. You know what I'm saying? That'd be watching the show. I know, but I'm a humble dude. And I'm somebody that I know my place. Right. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm a businessman first and foremost.
Right.
I got into the podcasting game late, but I love it. And I feel like I always tell Chris, I feel like we're doing a crazy ass job with this shit. Yeah. So when I hit Mook up about going to that battle, right? I get to that battle, and I'm sitting there trying to map out how I'm gonna go about it, because I'm there to network.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going there to network. All right, let me figure out how I'm approach King Los. You know what I'm saying? Because King Los is somebody who I feel like is a phenomenal freestyler too.
Yes, sir.
Used to watching him. Used to watch him when I was a youngin'.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, damn, Charlie Clips is there. What's gonna be my approach? Mapped it out, got it all stored up, mapped it out, know what I'm gonna do. I walk up.
Shit flew out.
Danza! I was like, let's go. Wait, he knows me. You know what I'm saying? So in that moment, now I'm like, that shit wasn't supposed to be how it went.
And I told you, I said, yo, I see the work. I see what's going on.
And right there, I'm sitting there like, damn it, we're doing something. You know what I'm saying? So in that I'm gonna pour up a shot.
Yeah, get you a shot. Yeah.
But in that moment, I'm like, oh shit, like, now what the fuck do I say? I had an approach, but he fucked those. It was already. We was just talking about you last night. I'm about to call DNA right now.
Exchange
numbers,
DNA and we work later. It was already. Listen, once my brother came up here, you know what I'm saying, I already knew like what it was, and then I heard some of the questions, you know, that was asked and everything of that nature, and I'm like, yo, I like the setup. I like where it's going because you know when battle rap, a lot of times we get interviews, you just talk about battle rap,
right?
We started out talking about basketball and things of that nature. You dig what I'm saying? So just that little move right there separates, you know what I mean, you guys from a bunch of people that interview battle rappers to get more in depth with the mind and how we think and how we move on entertainment, sports in general. So once I seen, you know, the story, because, you know, I told him, and rest in peace, Nana, to his grandmoms, when I told him to go play the numbers and everything, I had to remind him or whatever, and he hit the number. Yeah. And then that's the joint that went viral for him.
That shit went crazy.
It went crazy on YouTube for him. The numbers just crazy. I was just talking to him earlier. He happy, like, yeah, man, you know, over 100K. I was like, nah, go ahead and talk.
Closer to 150 now.
I said, but look, I'm in that story. I'm a part of that 100. Don't even worry about it.
Nah, he definitely, he hit me up a couple days ago. He was like, you ready to do another show? Because we viral.
Yeah, nah, keep working. He got a lot of stories to tell, you know what I mean? So, keep working, but I just seen what was going on, and I was like, I don't mind at all. Like, so when you walked up, I already knew. You dig what I'm saying? I already peeped the footage. I already peeped what was up. So as soon as you walked up or whatever, he was like, yo, I'm like Danza. Yeah. He was like, oh shit, okay, yeah. I'm like, yo, we gonna chop it up after this. Yeah. You know, I was zoned out. I was in my zone. Yeah, of course. You know, had to go get a W real quick. So I'm like, yo, we gonna talk. And what did I do after? We exchanged numbers, and I'm here now. You know what I mean?
Cheers to that, man, boys.
Yo, salute.
I'm not reaching all the way over. But
I am a long distance over here.
Nah, but that shit. So I think I'm somebody that I feel like that was a pivotal moment for me because I hit Chris up. I'm like, yo, man, we're really doing something here, goddamn it. No, and then I was like, I'm gonna go get, you know, I'm going to Versace. I'm gonna get some nice shirts.
You see what I'm saying? And look, I get caught in the rain off the flight. I got the regular black tee on, and here you go getting all stylish. Yeah. You know who you are? You like Rocky after he fought Apollo Creed the second time. Remember Rocky started wearing Remember Rocky started wearing the suits and shit and all that. And
real shit. Like I was telling you before the show, it was for me. It was something like. We got so many motherfucking shows we did, right? I'm always walking into the show, whatever. Oh, we got another dope person coming here today, and I'm thinking more about the interview. Can't wait to have a conversation. That's something that early on a lot of people were against it, right? They're like, oh, what you're trying to do is too crazy. You want to go live off the jump. So people are watching right there. So anything you got to clean up. It is what it is. It's out there now. Right. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm because I'm having a conversation with somebody, and they're like, yeah, but that's another problem. You're not really structuring your shit like an interview. Right. Like, I don't want it to be an interview. Right. I want it to genuinely be a real conversation because what I'm interested in is how did this motherfucker make it so far? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that to me is the intriguing part. I always say the Danza Project, it's a podcast to everybody else in the world. I'm going to name it a podcast because that's what they call it. That's what it is. Right. But it's a network. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to network with people. I'm trying to meet people by me sitting here learning how your brain works. Right. For me, that
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah,
See, I keep saying I hate the way battle rap
because my brain,
because it's so far ahead of us.
Be on guard.
But my thoughts,
me being able to observe.
my mind,
you
know what I mean?
My mind's telling me no, but my body. So when I
that's when I know. That's why I'm laughing.
When I think about the shit that you're speaking about, it's gonna elevate me in business because I'm gonna use some of these thought processes in my own craft. The art teacher tells you something, and I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like maybe I should tap into a couple more things that I'm doing in business and really, jot that shit down, get into the zone a little bit more, take it a little bit more seriously.
Right.
It's a network.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
sir.
so from here, I feel like with everybody I've been in contact, I'm still in contact with everybody that has come up here and done a show. Still in contact with everybody. There's a few that where I'm like, we did a show. This motherfucker's trash. You know what I'm saying? But it's
that's natural. That's being real though.
But it's limited. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because now I have the opportunity to get the artists that we want to have up here and be able to speak with them, entrepreneurs, whatever ends up crossing our paths. So I'm up here. And there's not that many people watching me initially, so it is what it is.
No, but remember this though. Everybody in the world ain't start out with hundreds of thousands of people looking at them or following them or things of that nature. True. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, my first battle with Tay-Rock. You get what I'm saying? Salute the Lux for the Lions Den. Salute the Head Ice and Sub-Zero for dropping the battle. Salute the Rock for doing the battle. Right? Forever grateful for that whole situation because it's one of the main reasons why I'm sitting here too. Probably the biggest reason why I'm sitting here now. But just to piggyback off of what you're saying, but I was known throughout Harlem and different cities that was close by, like VA, Maryland, those things. I used to be on a TV show called Mad Cyphers. Salute to my niggas up there in the Heights. They used to have a show. And we used to, you still would see it if you go on YouTube. Me, Votto, Jay Mills, Rick, Cizo, everybody most
Shout out
hated.
Jay Mills. He's coming up here soon.
Yeah, most hated. We all was in a room, right, rapping, going off. Then you had so many other spitters. J.R. Ryder was up there. J. Hood was up there. You know what I mean? Team Hot, bunch of Spanish niggas going crazy. It was just the vibe, the aura up there. My niggas on 55th on the hill and all of that. You dig what I'm saying? It was crazy up there. Sean, Rex, all of them. So you had Mook, you know what I'm saying, was up there. So you had that where we were known, right, throughout cities because you would record on the VHS. You get what I'm saying? And you would send a tape out and people would send tapes. And this is how crazy it was. Then you had MySpace,
not that long
which
ago.
started moving right. But
Man.
then when I battled Tay-Rock and it made World Star, right? The same way how you feel like, not too many people be watching. How you think many people are going to watch? It's because you have to listen. If your first shit did 2 views and your next one did 3, how the fuck is that not progress? That's progress, bro.
Absolutely.
That is progress. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it don't matter. Because here's the thing, right? I want you to pay attention to something, right? To piggyback off that, right? If I had 20 million followers, right? Let's just say I had 20 million followers.
Okay.
I drop clothing. I drop a project, right? Out of 20 million, 20,000 buys my product that I'm selling. Everybody else is following me probably because of what I do or just like my content that I drop on there, but they're not actual fans. What you want is the views can be tremendous all at once, right? You want the views. Everybody want the views. I don't care what nobody say. You want those. But it's beautiful to have the first 600 and change that's watching consistently watch you because now you got a base.
A real base.
So don't look at your numbers not being crazy. Pay attention to your numbers staying the same and elevating. So if your first shit did 300 views, what did the next one do? Now you got to tell yourself, okay, we moving. Because you're not going to move overnight. You dig what I'm saying? I give you a prime example. One picture can have 30,000 likes. The next day, the picture can have 4,000. It's just how the game goes. It's something didn't catch people's eyes. Some people didn't like the interview. Some people didn't like something about it, right? So the thing is, all right, I did 300 my first interview, right? Let's say that's what it did. I don't know the numbers, but let's say it did. Then the next one did 600. Nigga, that is an extra 300. If I give you $300 and $600 the next day, nigga, then 9, then okay, then, right? But my thing is this. I can hit $1 million, right? In the lottery, right? $1 million. Oh, I hit $1 million. It's fucking lit. Let's go, right? And a homeless person can receive $5 and have the same exact feeling that the person who won $1 million got, because it's about the life they're living at that time. Yeah. The joy is still the same. It felt like he hit the lotto, brought him something to eat and gave him $5. He felt like he hit the lotto. And the other person who hit the lotto for $1 million hit the lotto, but he felt even happy or even more happy than that person. He appreciated more.
Could have been his last meal.
You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, now I'm going to give you an example. The niggas that's getting 1 million views and the interviewers who get their hundreds of thousands and everything, right? They used to it now. Now they used to it. Now their next goal is, can I get to 5 million? Can I get to 10 million?
The bar has been.
Enjoy this moment, bro, on the growth period.
Let's go.
I do.
Enjoy this shit, bro. Because this is what happens when a game starts. I'm the highest viewed battle rapper ever in America, bro.
Let's go.
You get what I'm saying? So now when I get 1 million views, guess what? So, Clipsy, this is what you always do.
Yo, Landon, switch the camera to me. Arsenal, you heard that?
I gotta say it now.
Yeah.
I am the highest viewed battle rapper ever in America. You know what I mean? Probably in the world, but ever in America. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, now when somebody like Arsenal get 1 million, I get 1 million, DNA get 1 million, Hitman get 1 million, you know what I mean? Free the Wave, Surf get 1 million. For us, we happy because we got 1 million, but it ain't the same as when we used to go, oh, is my shit gonna get 1 million or not? It's gonna get and that was fun. Now the joy of getting 1 million views ain't there because we used to it.
That, yeah.
So, bro, enjoy these views. That
I absolutely love it.
You and DNA broke the record up here so far with over 100 and something thousand.
Yeah.
Now, blood is in the water, and you want that 100,000 every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm trying to tell you, it's not gonna happen every time.
And I'm okay with that.
That's what
as
I
a
like to hear.
businessman, the most important thing for me, because I came into this already being a businessman,
right?
And I failed like 38 times.
No, you didn't. You learned.
Absolutely. And I was about to get into
you heard what
you took it.
You heard what Giannis said.
Yeah. And
Eric,
but that's my whole mindset.
You ask me this question every time, Eric. Is it a failure? If
there he goes. He's too good at the imitations.
If you go to work every day and you get no raise, is that a failure, Eric? You ask me this question every time. You know what I'm saying? So Giannis told you,
man,
already,
that
you know
the accuracy on that shit is insane.
Yeah, it's growth, bro. It's growth. You get what I'm saying? So like I seen you in DNA got a joint with 600 and change on it. Yeah. And they got one with 100 and change, 100,000 and change. Yeah. It's okay, bro, because you know what happens? The quality. Because guess what? If I got a phone and it's only 20 people in my phone and you got your phone and it's 367 contacts in your phone and my 10 people is Hove, it's motherfucking CEOs and everything with my little 10. And your shit is 30 procrastinators, 20 niggas owe you bread, 30 niggas on it, right? But in my phone, I only got 10. Now, if you look at the numbers, you're like, damn, your phone be going off the hook. But your shit ain't about money. Your shit ain't about nothing. When my shit rang, it's something in, like, okay, that's a situation. It's the same
I'm about to delete some context.
It's the same situation, bro. Money. It's the same exact situation. You dig what I'm saying? And in that regard, it's about your questions. It's about your approach. How was the interview structured? Because you're gonna have somebody that might say, "Yo, the Danza Project is crazy, but I want to take the whole team, and I think I can put them somewhere because of how they method and how they move. Right. I can put them somewhere because I know this is what they need." Yeah. And then you got some people who popular already, right? But people look at their show and be like, I can't do business with that person. So just always remember that.
And again, so what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing about it to piggyback off of all the other piggybacks. One thing about it is when you do rapper interviews, battle rapper interviews, industry music, things like that, people only want to talk about rap or street shit.
Right.
And it's a whole big wide world out there. Why can't we talk about business? Why can't we talk about growth? Why can't we talk about family?
Right.
Talk about NBA Jam and talk about the Sega and talk about normal shit. Right. We don't gotta just ask you about RICO cases and all kind of how much did you get paid? How much did you pay for this? And it don't gotta always be that kind of talk. Like people trip out to see you guys be a real person and not just be Charlie Clips. You get me? But be a person.
Right.
What was he really thinking about? And how does he really feel about, like we said, it was poetic, you breaking down LeBron, MJ, and Steph Curry. Like, seeing you get to talk and be human and be happy about it and vibe and see that we cool people like that too, people get a kick out of that. Like, they in the living room too.
Yeah, but that's how you gotta make them feel. Like, you gotta, like, be you. Right. Be you. Right. Interviews sometimes give you the chance to really relax and be yourself, right? Yeah. Because, you know, when you rapping, you in character. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, even if your rhyme is 95% accurate and true, even if you hustle, but you ain't sell no work yesterday, and you like, yesterday, nigga, I just flipped twin keys on a. No, you didn't. It was the other day, but you still lied. But it was 2 weeks ago when you did that. You know what I'm saying? So you still fabricate. You still enhance. You know, you just do what you have fun with it. Yeah. It's your imagination, and that's what you're supposed to do. And the thing is, that's why interviews like this, it's beautiful for the artist to just really sit and vibe, because you might not know, like, yo, niggas in entertainment get looked at as robot and slow niggas. You understand what I'm saying? When you really talk to niggas really think people are slow. Like, when you talk to them, like,
you don't see what I see.
He nice and rapping, but what this nigga got to talk, like, where's his mind at? Where's he going with it?
Just shut up and dribble.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Some people really do that. Some people don't know how to talk, or it's certain ways they speak different. You got to know how to vibe with the person. You got to know how to kick it. Some people, certain questions that get them to go where they need to go. Sometimes it's just a vibe or a certain situation that make them. It's certain moves.
We've had some people come up here that just can't hold a conversation, and we like.
And guess what?
Man.
But we still make it work somehow, some way for that. You know what I'm saying? But it no doubt it gets absolutely awkward.
Yeah, but you know what it is too, though? Guess what, though? What if I told you that some of the people y'all might have had up here have never been asked the questions y'all asked, neither? Yeah. It probably could have humbled them or fucked them up. Like, damn, like, I ain't never been asked this, or I didn't think y'all would even know this information about me, or even understand what this is going on. And you got some people who gonna play tough, but niggas is shy and bashful. And they can't, as a man, you can't let a nigga know you shy and bashful, but it might be like, I don't know how to answer this. I don't. Right. Yeah. So I want to answer this the coolest way that I possibly can. Well, you know me. I'm all fucking. I swerved when I first, you know what I'm saying, and got in there. Like, don't go straight to the car. What happened before you got there? You know what I'm saying, nigga? All right, nigga. I had Fruity Pebbles, nigga. I poured the milk.
I had deodorant that day.
You dig what I'm saying? Just keep it real, because people gonna appreciate you even more. Yeah. So you know, that's the thing about, like, with interviews, and that's why I say the questions and figuring the artists out and going other places is beautiful, because you get to really hear what the person knows and how they go. Like, I love sports, as you can hear. Like, like, right?
I was trying to be like, all right, maybe we shouldn't talk about sports that much, but I enjoy it. I'll be telling him, because he don't even fuck with sports that much. Yeah. So, like, I'll be trying to, like, I'm always considerate of the people around me too. I'm like, he probably don't want to talk about sports this long, but I'm like, God damn, it feels good to have a sports conversation. Bro, you know what I'm saying?
If I get to learn about the Lakers' last 5 series because Murder Mook was here telling me about it, that's fly as shit to me too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it lasted 4 games long, just so you know.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, I like learning here.
And you know, Mook used to hoop, so you know that's in Mook blood. Like, you know, before battle rap, that was Mook. You know, baby was basketball. So the thing is, you know, like with sports, so like boxing, football, and basketball. Like, I know about tennis, baseball, hockey, all type of shit, but my main focus is basketball, football, and boxing. Those my 3. Yeah, those my 3. I love sports. All 3 of them. And you know, it's a part of life. Like, when you break it all down, battle rap is a sport.
100%.
You know, it ain't as physical. You know, you ain't got to do it. You ain't got to sprint, but you can. If you got it in your line, you can jump in the crowd and run.
Did you hear my comparison?
No. Talk to me.
You know what battle rap is?
What?
It's the UFC.
I'll break that down for me.
So in boxing has all the money.
I'm John Jones.
Okay.
Nah, I got dibs. Did a little coke and
Nick Cannon's taking you off the show. So in boxing, it's all the money.
Yeah.
It's been around forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, boxing has been around since the beginning of time.
Mainstream.
Yeah. Money is crazy in it. They don't really hit below the belt. You know what I'm saying? It's you get to see exactly what's going on. The hands are there. It's just about the hands.
Right.
There's no dirty shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't choking nobody out. You ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't kicking nobody in the shin, breaking their shit.
Yeah.
UFC, it's fucking no rules.
Yeah.
It ain't that popular yet. It's still Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn days. You know what I'm saying? It ain't there yet. It's still growing. A lot of I feel like a lot of battle rappers don't really even see that yet because they're like, oh, you know, I'm at this time frame of my career, but y'all could go on forever because you're not getting beat up physically.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Your brains aren't getting kicked in and shit like that. So y'all can keep going, and it's starting to. I feel like it's a growing sport. I feel like the views are growing. Yeah. It's getting bigger and stronger. I feel like battle rap is the UFC.
I like that. I like that comparison. I would say this, right? In UFC, you got Dana White, right? Who owns it or whatnot. Great promoter, just as well. He got his podcast. He got his things that he do and what he talks about, right? UFC can only go as far as Dana White allows it to go. Okay. He's doing the booking. He knows who to put with who. He's very strategic.
They bought him out. He only owns a percentage of it now.
I mean, but Dana White still.
But he got it there. Very Vince McMahon-ish.
Yeah, like Dana still talks all day and very intriguing in what he talks, and he knows what to put together and what to do, right? Because his days when he really was running and doing what he was doing, it was some of the most dynamic shit. Right. So I say that to say battle rap, right? Because when you said like it's a growing sport, battle rap can even be higher than what it is. But in terms of it still growing, I want to say, how should I put this? I believe that the higher ups in battle rap, right? And when I say higher ups, not in terms of the battle rappers.
Are you talking about
but the CEOs, all right? And I'm talking about of all the leagues, not just Smack and Beasley. I'm going through all the leagues.
So organic ARP.
Yeah, like the thing is that the problem with it is that it's such a competition that the competition is not only when we in the ring. The problem is the competition is every day with knocking each other down, you know what I'm saying? Pause if needed. Like somebody can do something,
divide
right?
and conquer.
Somebody can do something. Somebody can, let's say somebody got a song with a popular artist or whatnot, right? Instead of everybody saluting that song, you'll see some battle rappers, right? Oh, I would have did my verse better. Yeah. Or damn, this could have been better than that. That could have been better than this. Sweet. It's like, yo, that's the problem. We don't stick together as one community. Because battle rap is entertainment now, like strictly entertainment. Like the spaces be jumping all, you know, on Instagram, on YouTube, everybody arguing, beefing, right? But it's entertainment now. Like it has reached this wrestling stage, right? So my thing is like when one of your peers, right, or your colleagues do something, right, that's phenomenal to them. If you don't have nothing positive to say, then just don't say nothing. Right. But when somebody does something great in battle rap, everybody comes and knocks it down. And I think the part you say about UFC growing, the difference is that they don't affect one another. And what I mean by that is that Conor McGregor doesn't affect John Jones' money. Doesn't affect it, right? Doesn't right? Because if John Jones does something outside of the sport, Conor McGregor doesn't write nothing negative about that.
It's still his bag.
I'm gonna only write you when I'm battling you or when in UFC and when I'm fighting you. I'm gonna diss you and disrespect you or whatever. But in battle rap, the problem is that when niggas finish battling each other, niggas still got something negative to say about one another, right? I don't mind the arguments and things of that nature, but I don't like when people do stuff that's outside of the sport and makes them look great, and then people tear that shit down. It's bugged out to me. So in terms of the sport growing, it's at a standstill. It's not gonna grow, you know what I mean, to the fullest, you know what I mean, until everybody can really come together and show unity, not being best of friends, not kumbaya and sit at a campfire together.
Yeah, but be Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be in competition. But nigga, if I drop a motherfucking t-shirt, if the t-shirt whack, I don't need you sitting here. And that shouldn't happen to me, but I'm just giving an example. I don't need you to be on here, man, that shit garbage. So now your fans don't support it, or you start a whole trend about my t-shirt, and now you got everybody like, oh, I'm not copping that. I'm not. No, I don't fuck with taking money out of people.
It don't help the sport.
But I don't fuck with that. So in battle rap, that's the thing. That's why I stay quiet. I watch these niggas go at it all day, every day. I stay quiet and move to the point niggas don't even be known. I be in a bunch of shit. But I love the sport. It's my baby. I be wanting to take over sometime and really grab this battle rap by the fucking hair and say, hey, I got you. Chill. Like, but I let it go because it is entertaining. But I just want everybody to grasp what's going on. I be seeing niggas trying to do shit with clothing, different shit, and niggas just be like, oh, this trash, oh, this not dope, this not. And I be like, yo, people, you got some artists in battle rap who come out with cards. They'll come out with a battle rap card. Niggas are complaining about the card of a battle rappers. And they're like, what we doing? Right. Like the sport, not, why should nigga come invest in a sport that niggas don't invest in themselves as a unit? Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why should I invest in that? Like, why would I? So that's why I say battle rap can reach a higher ceiling than what it's at. Battle rap can go through the fucking roof. But the thing is that when the nigga try to help it go through the roof, you're gonna have some niggas going against it and ain't going to do it. That's like if I get a situation for niggas, right? Or whatever. And in the situation, if I'm like, look, this the check that they cutting me because I'm the one who brought this all together. Instead of niggas just saying, let's run with this and do this because you the one who put it together, you have niggas like, oh, I'm saying, why you getting that? And I'm not getting, because you didn't have the meeting, motherfucker. you didn't call them. You didn't sit down with
you won't be here.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But the mind is like, nah, I got to get what you getting, or I ain't letting this happen. And I love the game, man. But that's why I feel like battle rap can really go further than what it is, yo. Like, I really feel in my heart like battle rap can be the mainstream, right? Because mainstream doesn't mean you have to do music. That's not, you don't have to do music. Battle rap can be in theaters. Battle rap can be a Broadway play.
I feel like, and not to cut you off because you're saying some dope shit, but I feel like Wildin' Out is something that has that little essence to it where people just rapping to each other and shit like that, and you get the opportunity to disrespect each other and be cool with each other.
Because we have fun.
It shows how far battle rap would be able to
have fun. And guess what? If Chico, Khan, Hitman, DC, Justina hit me with a mega punchline, Bobby, Big Mac, whoever on the show hit me with a dynamic punchline, I don't hate or nothing. Like, it's a fire. Like, that was fire. Why you think in battle rap, I always go, that was fire, because I salute. You know what I'm saying?
I be wondering if sometimes you say that shit disrespectfully too.
Nah, it's a mind game sometimes. Yeah. but I genuinely like the lines I like. So when somebody hit me with some shit, I go, I ain't gonna go, oh my God. Sometimes you'll see me go, nigga, that was crazy. Like, that was crazy. But, so my whole thing is like, I said, battle rap can really be through the roof. Like, you get what I'm saying? But the difference with the UFC and the battle rap joint is that UFC, they go home and stop fighting. Battle rap never stops fighting. Battle rap is a fighting sport, and I'm talking about verbally, from midnight to midnight, 3 p.m., 3 p.m. However 24 hours you want to put it, battle rap is continuously fighting, and that's the difference between battle rap and UFC. When they finish in that octagon, they go home to their families. They not online going at each other, stopping each other's business, hating on each other's power moves. In battle rap, it's a constant fight every day.
Social media.
Every day. Niggas is talking about sucking my dick, pussy. When I see you, I'm going to fold you up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And
that shit is just sad, though.
You get what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That's that Napoleon's complex shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't need to do all that shit.
And that's why I say the sport, man, I love it. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, I sit back and I watch, and it is very entertaining. Oh, yeah. And I'm glad niggas don't get into it like that in this sport, because the sport would be over if niggas really start crashing out. Like, you get what I'm saying? How you gonna have events and niggas is really beefing? Like, so I'm glad it ain't to that point, so the money can keep going with each other. But as far as UFC go, like I said, that's the point. UFC, when they finish in the octagon, they not fighting no more, verbally or physically.
But it took time to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's taking time, but it'll get there. I feel like one of y'all are gonna save it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
I mean, with this shirt on, I kind of feel like I should go Vince McMahon. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby.
I don't blame you.
Let's go, baby.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
but that's how I feel. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm kicking it with Hollow the other day, and I'm like, I want to do an event that's just dope that everybody could just have a great motherfucking time. Like, I want everybody to have a great time. I don't want people to feel, because that was my first battle rap event that I ever went to.
Oh, word?
Yeah. And then I heard, what's the OG's name that you told me that was battling? Nah. So, yep. And he came out with he came out at first, and he started talking about the battle, the CEOs of the other events kind of being against each other. Yeah. And then Mook took time out of his third to also address it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
I like that.
I was like, okay, like, but and that's kind of what I was feeling. I'm like, you know, divide and conquer. It shouldn't really be about that. It should be about everybody bridging together, because if they did, and you got like every region, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, even with this podcast and shit, you're dropping gems, right? Part of my mind as being that type of an individual, right? Like, as previously being that type of individual, like, I don't want to get everybody. I'm like, man, we're dropping gems that people should switch the conversation.
Right.
Let's edit that shit out. You know what I'm saying? but in reality, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want to be able to work with other podcasters to be like, yo, I know you're in the area. I got this person coming into town. Maybe you should tap in. It gives the artist more opportunity for money, and it gives that podcaster an opportunity to grow.
That would be great. Yeah. Right? Good luck.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
But see, this is where, to me, right, competition is competition. Right? Where's your heart at when you attacking me? Are you attacking me with malice? Are you attacking me because it's gonna make great sport? Because we're gonna get money together? Because it's fun? Like, what is the attack about?
What's the MO, man?
What's your motive? So that's how I always look at stuff, right? If you steal from my house, right, when you could have just asked me, but you stole, I can forgive you if I know where your heart was at, because you might have been embarrassed to ask me what you needed to ask me. So you stole, you know what I'm saying, a couple dollars or whatnot. And I could go, you know what, I can forgive you on that one time, because I understand your heart, you didn't do it with malice intent. Right. You fucked up, and you scared to talk to me and let me know that you're going through something. So you're not you at this moment. It's different. Like, what we need to work on and how we get you there, right? So it's all about where your heart is at when you do something, right? So I say that to say, you could try to link up, and hopefully it happens and it works, right? But the thing is gonna be, what is the intent of a person that you're trying to link up with?
Absolutely.
Are they telling you, yeah, come on, so I can steal everything you got going on and get you out the game? You get what I'm saying? So it's a dangerous game, so you got to be careful with that. So
you know why it's gonna be hard to get a motherfucker like me out the game in general? I'm already established in my business side of life. I don't need podcast money. If it comes, cool. But if I guess how big is the bag, right?
Remember what you said a second ago? When you was like, sometimes we like, let's edit this out.
Yeah.
That's one of them parts.
You recently, when I went to the RBE event, Rosenberg Raw, they didn't want you to freestyle.
They try to take your boy powers away. First nigga, yo, this how powerful I am, yo. I'm so powerful.
They put it in the contract.
They tried to strip one of my powers from me. They told Superman, nigga, no laser eyes. No laser eyes, nigga. You can fly around, you can lift shit up or whatever, but them laser eyes, you can't use that, nigga. Nah.
How did that make you feel, though? I know you addressed it, but, like, genuinely, like...
It was, all right, salute the Berg and everything, you know what I'm saying, and shit, or whatever. You know, but... It was a situation for me in a battle where I didn't mind testing that out. Like, I didn't mind. You get what I'm saying? Because the battle was more so as something he needed more than I did. It was a heavyweight fight, right? Because on RBE, he's earned his plateau as one of the best on RBE. We got to salute him in that aspect. I always say it's Rosenberg, Big K, Ill Will, and A-Ward if he goes back over there, who I always felt was like that core of the top tiers on RBE, right? So he's a heavyweight fighter over there. So it wasn't like it was no little fight. It was a heavyweight fight or whatnot. So I respect him in that aspect. But it was a battle where I could afford to do it. You get what I'm saying? If you put me against somebody who's up here at the moment, I got to go all out. You can't limit my powers because I got to fight. Right. So you're going to tell Goku, hey, fight Frieza. But he first fought Frieza. But you can't turn Super Saiyan. Like, don't do it. You turn Super Saiyan, it's an automatic loss if you do it. He dies if he doesn't turn Super Saiyan against Frieza. Right. He's done. He's right back. He's right back up there using his motherfucking all 7 Dragon Balls to get his ass back down. And no Sensu Bean was going to bring his body back. He was out of here. Frieza was going to... all right, there we go. There we go. So my thing was, if he doesn't turn Super Saiyan, he's dead. It's a wrap. And that's like you not doing that. But you tell him to fight. I'm not calling Rosenberg Yamcha or Krillin. I'm not calling him that. But what I'm saying is, you get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, or the Ginyu Force. I put it to you like that. Okay, the Ginyu Force. He didn't have to really, you know what I'm saying, against the Ginyu Force go Super Saiyan. Like you can limit him to a little bit. He can test his shit against him. Dig what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I meant by that. Like, if I'm going against a Frieza, I have to turn Super Saiyan. Go crazy. But if you put me against Krillin, Yamcha, or some niggas from the Ginyu Force, I don't have to do that. So safe to say you're in a different league. Yeah, pretty much. It's okay. So what I'm saying is, I could afford. I had play money that I can use in that situation. Certain niggas I can't do that with. I have to freestyle if it calls for it. If it calls for a bomb at that moment, like I had something crazy when he gets the White Castle line. I had a freestyle that was going, oh my God, when he tried to, like, because it was basically predictable. So we already knew I was going to say White Castle or whatever. I didn't care, you know what I mean? But when he jumped to say, yeah, White Castle, I had a line that I was about to hit him with some food shit, and I was like, that's so fucked up. No Super Saiyan. Like you. Then I had some other shit, and I was like, oh my gosh, yo. Yeah. You know what I mean? So therefore, you know, but that's how powerful I am. Now, being so long in the game, do you think that was something that might have gave you more superpowers? That's a good question. Nah, cause see, here's the thing. Cause I know, right? It's like now, how do I go about preparing? Like I don't ever have to use it. And I'm gonna tell you what's so funny, right? When I kill shit and I do shit and I don't freestyle at all, I had probably like 10 battles in a row where I didn't freestyle not one time. Nobody pays this shit no mind, no. Right? I didn't freestyle not one time. I didn't, right? And it's something people don't even know. Like, they didn't even pay it no mind. Here's the funniest part about me freestyling, right? This is why I say with the whole superpower shit, I don't know how to answer that per se, because the funniest part about it is every time I go to freestyle, niggas go ballistic, right? But then they tell themselves when I get ready to freestyle, oh, we don't want to hear this shit. And when I spit the freestyle, oh my God, that was crazy. How does he do it? So, like, hold on. So y'all get mad when a nigga do something that's fire? Get what I'm saying? Like this is what it boils down to. LeBron James, one of the worst 3-point shooting displays in this last series that he just had. Right? Oh no, LeBron, don't shoot. He makes the 3. Let's go. Then he comes right back around, right, catch the ball again, knocks another 3 down. Nah, don't shoot it. Let's go. Yeah. Just shut up and see what happens and then react. Niggas is reacting before the situation happens. Let the results kick in first and then react from that, right? So I just always find it funny, but this is why I always say that niggas turn battle rap into wrestling, but get mad when you put on your wrestling outfit and start wrestling. They mad at you for doing it, but they want to do it to you. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I get booed, I've been booed a few times. Things that I think about boos and shit like that. Like that's really wrestling type shit. In battle rap, we don't boo niggas. We really listen to the other person. If they not good, we just let them finish. But think about it, turn to boos, crickets. Niggas now got little sticks and shit with thumbs down emojis for me and all this shit when I battled this shit. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is this? But guess what, though? You dealing with a psychopath that loves this shit. Let's go.
Like
I find this shit to be fun. When I battled in Houston, what happened? Boo. I said, oh, y'all don't fuck with clips? Well, let's play a game called The Next Nigga That Boo Is Sucking Dick. Yeah. But my thing is, like, this is the game. And I love the game. I'm not complaining about it. I'm having fun, but don't get mad because I have fun. But I really want you to think about it. Every time niggas battle me in big battles and all that, it's never just bars or anything. It's always some fiasco. Whether niggas got props, whether niggas is bringing out shit, whether niggas is making shit. Like, it's just never a battle with me because niggas don't know what to do. It's like a fair kind of thing. I do a battle and niggas put for me not to freestyle. Who else does this happen for? When the battle rappers that freestyle and had some horrible moments freestyling, like bad. But my moments are going haywire. But they still telling me not to
wild,
do it.
Though. They say don't do it. That's crazy.
While they're going crazy.
I think that's automatically taking the L.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's like Curry, all game. This game, you know, the Cavaliers decided that you can't shoot threes this week.
Yeah.
You know, the whole series, you could only shoot threes if you make it to game 7.
Right. Come on now.
It takes away from it definitely takes away from the whole process. It takes away from the Cavs more than anything because it's like, all right, we can't even really fuck with you now. So that's tough. That in my opinion was a bad move.
But that's what I'm saying, and they don't realize that it only makes me look 10 times better because if you're trying to fight and I got to put my hand behind my back and only use my feet. And I still beat you. And I still beat you. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a good look.
Yeah.
You better off letting me freestyle because I might help you out and spit some whack shit. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it ain't that simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, they know you're a master of your craft, but it still isn't that simple.
Right.
Disaster came up here, and Disaster was talking about his battle with cannabis. And he's like, we started talking before the show. His manager comes up to me, and he's like, the only thing is we want it to be unlimited rounds. And Disaster was like, well, I don't think he was like, you know, he was like, if anything, I should say the opposite.
That's what
because that's what I'm great at. But he was like, I don't think it's good for him. Let him know that he doesn't want to do that against me. And he was like, they insisted. You know what I'm saying? So he was like
70 pages of rhymes in this motherfucker.
Yeah. But people don't get it sometimes. You're really putting yourself up.
But you got to know who you got to know who you going against and what's going on, right? And that's what it's about. Like, you know, Cannabis, I'll give him a pass because he didn't really know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, if you battle somebody like
but if you battle, you got to know.
You want to try to make the rounds 3 minutes for him. Like, nah, let's keep it at 3 minutes time limit because the longer you rhyme, the better you get. Like, he increases. And there's a couple battle rappers that do that. Like, you let them go, they going to heat up. So he didn't really know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he knew of him, but he didn't really know. Yeah.
But God damn it, he should have.
So, you know, in that regard. And do you think the Celtics is going are coming back after winning tonight?
Buffalo Bills all day. Right?
That's crazy.
Buffalo Bills are in
Josh
the
Allen, Stephon Diggs. Y'all need a running back.
But
y'all might get Ezekiel Elliott.
I like Harris. Now we got Harris from the Patriots. I like him. I think it's good because we got
Devin
James
Harris. Or is it?
I think it might be Damian Harris. It
might be Damon, right?
From the Patriots.
That's what it might be.
And then we still got James Cook who's growing, and then we got
I fuck with
Naheem Hines. So we got. Oh,
y'all got a 3 set. Y'all got a 3 back set. Okay.
Yep, so I think we're good with that. So with that said, our rivals, one of them, especially living out here, the Miami Dolphins. Mm-hmm. So when people ask me about the Miami Heat,
don't tell me you correlate. Let's tell me you put them together.
Yes, I do.
What Jimmy Butler got to do with
Jimmy Butler is
Tyreek
amazing.
Hill?
Jimmy Butler's amazing. It pisses me off how good he is. But still, man, for me, it's just like everybody. But because I'm an asshole.
You want to know how I know you hate them? Because I'm
stuttering.
No, not even that. You just disregard the Celtics. The niggas said,
yeah.
Let me tell you how I feel.
Yeah. Well, I'm out here now. I get harassed. Let me tell you
feel.
something. I get harassed.
Yeah,
because I'm diehard Buffalo Bills. So everything with Miami, I never gave a fuck about Miami Heat and their success. But I got people shooting me DMs all day long. How you feel about the Heat now? I'm like, I don't got a problem with the Heat. Yeah, you better not have a problem with the Heat. That's why you ain't got no basketball team. Where the Bills team? Where the Buffalo Braves at? And I'm like, all right, fuck the Heat. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, like now it became this huge rivalry between me and Heat fans. So I think the Celtics might have the best team.
Yes.
Genuinely. You got a coach that is outmatched in every way, shape, and form against Spoelstra.
Joe Mazzulla.
He's not supposed to be here. It was supposed to be Ime. He's supposed to be there. You got this guy up there right now. He's in over his head. That's great that they came back. I think the team alone could come back against the Heat. I think Spoelstra is the X factor. I feel like they finished the job. I think they go up against the Nuggets, and I think the Nuggets take it.
Yeah, whoever goes against the Nuggets is going to have a long. Because first of all, now that they won, the Nuggets got 9 days of rest.
Yeah.
So as long as this series keep going,
that could fuck with them though.
Nah, because Jamal Murray needs a rest
for sure.
Because you could tell how he walking and shit. He could tell he needs it. Jokic is going to be Jokic
9
regardless.
days.
9 days is a lot, but Caldwell hungry. Especially that the Lakers got rid of him after they just won in a bubble. Caldwell Pope hungry. Michael Porter, to me, has yet to have that breakout game.
Michael Porter is the X factor
I think them threes. Aaron Gordon stepped up in the last one. So the matchups is going to be crazy either way. The Nuggets is looking unbeatable. They looking like they going to take.
I was surprised they did Phoenix like that.
But here's the thing. Guess what about all three of them teams? Right, the Nuggets, the Heat, and the Celtics. It's hard who you rooting for because if none of them your team, none of them got rings. The organizations for the Heat and the Celtics do. The Nuggets don't. But I'm talking about the Jokic, Brown, Tatum, Butler, and Adebayo, Murray. They don't. So if you rooting for the underdog, who is that? Who the fuck is the underdog? The underdog in the situation will be the Heat. Out of all teams, nobody think they was gonna make it this far at all.
Absolutely.
At all.
And then
you know what the storyline is, though.
What?
If the Heat and the Nuggets make it,
what was the storyline?
It's the Jokic brothers. That's what the storyline is gonna be about. Every time they're in Miami, it's all about the Jokic brothers and the Heat fans. That's what it's gonna be about. Because that shit got crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it got too crazy, if anything. And then you got, I don't know, Morris ain't with them no more. He's on another team.
No.
But Butler was telling Jokic, let's go. He wanted to go see him in the locker room.
They're cool. They're gonna be cool now. But the Jokic brothers, they always there.
Yeah.
They even just picked Mike Malone up. They came out the They always there. The big all of them niggas, they there.
And in Miami, they got their people here too.
But the Heat got somebody though.
Who?
One of the most gangsterous niggas in the sport. Haslam. OG. You know you gangster when you wear a hoodie on the sideline and you in uniform.
Yeah, all the Heat
and you
need
still
now
wear a
is,
hoodie.
And no pun intended, but all the Heat need now is John Morant on the sideline.
Oh man, we talking fighting, man. Not the not the
Haslam would be hot.
Salute to the real talk though. Salute to the young man. Hopefully, he wakes up, right? Because we all got demons, man.
Absolutely.
We all got some things that we fight that nobody's ever gonna know, like about you. I always say that, man. Even yourself. When you come home, you don't know yourself sometimes. Right. You be doing shit you ain't even never think you do. Oh, why did I do that? Or what's wrong with me? Or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We all do that. So sometimes we don't know ourselves. And I don't know what that young man is going through. You know what I mean?
I blame you saw that Simba track?
Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, salute to my boy Simba. That's my dog.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like he nailed it. Right on
which
point.
part? Which
it's
part?
the culture.
Oh, the culture?
It's the culture that's raising all these kids right now. And that shit is the way. All that drill rap, all that shit, that's the wave. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you gotta have something with the switch on it. You gotta be able to let people know that you're ready at all times. And I feel like Ja Morant is really engaged in that culture. Yep. He's got his friends that are surrounding him that are engaged in that culture. He's just having fun.
Right.
He has no ill intent, but it's coming across that way. You know what I'm saying?
I
like
fuck
with Ja Morant. I fuck with Ja
Ja
Morant heavy. Yeah. He's just having fun. He doesn't realize that it's impacting in a negative way. You know, people are bringing up, oh, well, they had Chris Kaman with guns. He was in a gun store and at his house.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's not pointing it at his head or waving it around in the car. But at the same time, for Ja Morant, he's sitting there and he's thinking like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah. I'm just having a good time. Fuck, I ain't mean, you know what I'm saying? So for him, it is tough. He's younger.
I'm going to keep it 102, right? In that regard, right, I look at it and I say this. When you sign up for something, right, like, for example, I'm tremendously blessed. Wherever I go, pictures, autographs, I got to get on FaceTime with people, families, things of that nature, right? I'm talking about eating in Miami, 1 million people, I don't exaggerate with 1 million, but hundreds of people over my food, talking, putting me on FaceTime. Yo, look who it is, because I was eating outside. It was getting crazy to the point that people I'm with, like, yo, you want us to stop? This is crazy. I said, don't stop nothing. I signed up for this. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I signed up for this. When I got into entertainment, battle rap, television, whatever, I signed up for that. People be like, yo, you don't get tired. I say sometimes things can be overwhelming, but I always remember that I signed up for it. Because what's going to happen one day when you wake up, you go outside and nobody says nothing to you. Right. And then you like, hold on, nobody knows me, right? So to compare that with the whole Ja Morant joint, I'm basically saying that when you sign those papers to be in the NBA and sign with the Memphis Grizzlies, you have it in your contract of the things you're not supposed to do. At the end of the day, you have an obligation to yourself,
absolutely,
to your fans, and to the organization that is putting this money in your pocket just as well, right? Because the fans are paying, you know what I mean, the money to the organization pays you what they make. So, right? So these people who are funding you and your family, you have an obligation. You know you're not supposed to have that. See, the fun can happen where you don't even have to have the real joint. You can make the fake pistol signal all day. It feels exactly the. I'm not. Let me say it feels the same when you got it. Let me change that because I was about to say it feels the same. But when you got the real hammer, it is a source of power. It feels like, I got it. I got the power. You know what I'm saying? So let me not say that. But what I'm saying is, if you look at the last video, his man made the signal.
Right.
He does the real gun. Right before the joint, his man does the signal. He does the real gun. Got caught up in a moment. But the thing is, even if you're enjoying yourself and you having fun, why do you have one?
Yeah.
Why are you not in the truck with your security bumping the same song? You understand what I'm saying? Where they got it on them or whatever. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got the figurative hand pistol.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. This shit right here is the best shit to have in them situations. So you know, in terms of Instagram and all that, it's the best gun to have. Everybody know what this means. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you be pull a deuce out, let it be. Look, you in the club, you feel like you got the motherfuckers. That the liquor in your system, you letting them shits go, right? And how real it is, because if I ain't know you and I see you and I'm like, nigga, you're going to be like, what the fuck? What's up, nigga? Because you feel like, nigga, it's feel real like a motherfucker.
That's real as fuck.
This shit feel real. So get lit and do this. But the thing is that
fulfill your obligation.
You signed. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get some of that. You signed.
And I did have a conversation with somebody, and I told them, I said, because they were making the comparisons to Chris Kaman and shit, and I was like, the thing is I'm a father now. Yeah. I got a 1-year-old.
Congrats.
And I appreciate.
I know it's been
that.
a year, but still, congrats.
Appreciate that. And I look at it like, if my son was a fan of Ja Morant, immediately after I see that, and this is what I was telling him, immediately after I see that, I don't want my son to be a fan of him because I don't want him to look at his idol and think it's okay for him to do it, so I could do it. And when you're in front of the world like that, and you have people like John Morant has fans that absolutely idolize him.
Right.
And I wasn't trying to give him a pass. I said that's his mindset.
Right.
It's you have to be smarter than that, knowing that the people are watching you. So as much fun as you have, you also got to have the people that are on your side saying, "Hey, no."
Right.
Like you're not even getting in the car with that.
Here's what I would say. He's wrong. And if he wasn't, he wouldn't be apologizing or making statements and things of that nature. Well, now let me stop, because even when you feel you're not, you still would to keep maintaining your financial status and all that, or your dignity and your name. So let me change that. But he's wrong for doing that because of the idol that he is for young kids, like you said, if your son was a fan of his and all the people that's watching and shit, right? The thing is that when you that young and you sign for $200 million,
like this,
I'm not saying it's justifiable. I'm not saying he has a right to go wave what he waving on the cameras. But what I will say is, if it was always in him, if it was always in him to wanna get one and lash out in front of more fans now than he did have in high school and in junior high, and this is what he wanted to do. Now that he has the money, you understand what I'm saying? He feels even better, because to know I got the ratty on me, knowing I can go buy a couple houses right now or a couple cars. Think about niggas that got the gun with no money. Niggas that got the gun with no money feel empowered because they got the gun to take your money. Now imagine having the gun and the money. Imagine that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And guess who he's robbing? Himself.
Yeah, his family.
Yeah, his family, himself, and all of that, right? And this is the part, and it's a good thing his father is in his life. But this is the part where his pops grab him up, and they got to get it shaking. They got to get it shaking. You got to get it shaking, because Ja could be like, "Pops, I pay this, chill," or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Pops got to be like, "Well, we packing our shit and leaving. You can have this shit, but I'm gonna shake you up. I'm gonna break you up, little nigga." You know what I mean? Or whatever, because that's what has to happen.
T. Morant could just call up Shannon Sharp.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Skip. Let me skip. Skip. I'm gonna do it, Skip. You know what I'm saying? And he could go do that. You know what I mean? So, but the thing is, he's a young kid, man, and he got the money and he got the fame. Yeah. And now he got the hammer, which, like, it makes people feel empowered. Some shit do. You understand what I'm saying? When you in the club and you got a bunch of money on you and the girls is dancing and you like, 2 bottles here, you just feel like, let me get 2 bottles here. Shorty, you here, you feel empowered.
It's also,
you understand what I'm saying?
It's also some of the, this is what y'all told me not to do.
Yeah, I run this shit. I run this shit.
Just toss it.
That's why it's a pause. Yeah. Just toss it was crazy. I know you meant the bottle. I know you meant the whatever you meant. I know that was crazy.
I'm telling you, I can't motherfucking stand it. I can't, because you gotta be on your P's and Q's.
Because we was talking,
and
you like, just toss it. I'm like, what's going on? Toss what? But here's my final take on it. He's gonna learn his lesson. God bless him. He's going to learn. He's going to get suspended for a numerous amount of games. He's going to lose some money. He's going to lose endorsements. And it's going to be a wake-up call for him, right? And he's going to wake up. But I hope when he wakes up, I hope he learns and it doesn't put him in a state of now he's fucked up and feel, pardon my language because this might go on YouTube, he's messed up to where he can't be himself anymore. Because, you strip a person of themselves too at the end of the day, because he's going to go to therapy. He's going to have these therapy sessions. He's going to go to these classes. They're going to keep talking to him about himself. Is he going to change?
Which version of yourself?
Is it going to strip him of the person that he is?
I've been talking about that a lot. I feel like it does that.
To
a lot of people. If you don't got the right therapist, because a lot of people could become a therapist now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm one.
Yeah, there you go. So a lot, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people get paid for it that genuinely don't care about their job that much. They're doing it because that's their means to get money.
Yeah.
So when they're talking to that individual, do they really care about that individual, or are they breaking them down like, I need to get my money, so I'm gonna just keep them here and say what they need to hear in order to get them? not everybody is going to be able to help you. Not everybody. You got to be able to identify that somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
In a world that's so tough with a kid. I feel terrible for the culture. Terrible for that generation. Because it's constant pressure. You better be a thug and you better be holding. If you're not a real one. A real one, the definition of a real one nowadays,
it's much different.
Yeah, like back in the day, as long as you were authentic and you could shake with your hands, that was it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People knew, like, all right, don't fuck with them. and you ain't even have to beat the fuck out of everybody you seen. As long as you know that you fuck with them, you're going to catch one. That's it. Not a bullet. Yeah. You know what I mean? You could good old fashioned fisticuffs. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga over there got a loose screw. Let that nigga go.
So like it's just about it was just about that. Yeah. But now it's like who was up here that was talking about it? Hollow the Don. He was like, nowadays the competition is who got more bodies. Like they be really competing on records, saying, "Well, rest in peace to this person. We're smoking on this person." And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I got to come back. And that's the mindset.
Right.
And for me, it's sad because I got nephews.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm 30, about to be 38 years old. I see all these kids out there that it's like, yo, leave it. You don't need to prove anything to anybody, especially somebody that makes $725 a year.
Right.
And they got 48 listens on SoundCloud in the last 13 months.
Right.
And they made a record about you. The one record they made about you got 10 plays. You're trying to prove something to that motherfucker? For what? You know what I mean? But you almost feel like you have to. If you don't, you're taking an L. And that's their mindset. That's where they're at. See, there you go. The knucklehead is here. You know what I mean?
You fuck with the drill music.
He's one of the knuckleheads. That's all. Oh no, I'm not throwing subliminals. No subliminals. No subliminals.
This about you?
Yeah. This shit feels specific.
No subliminals.
Like yo, I love. All right. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? I love drill music. Like, so when I say I love it, because everybody, like, when they be blasting, like when you in a whip and you doing like 80, 90, 100, and they nigga, such and such got killed 2 weeks ago. You just be like, damn, I'm rest in peace. They're like, this shit hard though. This shit tough, right? So here's the thing. The thing is, God bless. I think it's calming down a little bit. I think it's starting because at one point it was at a rate where it was Chicago, New York. You know what I'm saying? The X, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was the drill all day. Like it's starting to, you know what I mean, in other countries and shit, drill. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know. A lot of it came from the UK. Like they drilled crazy over there. So it's starting to calm down. It's, you know what I mean, a little bit or whatever the case may be. The thing is that we live in a world where unfortunately words doesn't help everybody out. Some people have to put their hand on the stove and get burnt, and then realize, like, damn, I should have never put my fucking hand on there, and it's too late by then. You understand what I'm saying? For some people.
You used to be able to learn that when you were 25. Now they're facing that obstacle when they're 16,
when they used to talk. You know what I mean? But if you look at a lot of people from that time passed away. You know what I'm saying? People, they older, people don't want to listen. You get what I'm saying? So the role models people have as role models nowadays or whatnot are doing the same thing or telling you to do it just as well. So, you know, and you know, with that being said, I just look at it and I go, music influences, yes, 1,010%, right? But it's not just the music. Like, and when I mean music, like, I mean, it's not just the words, the drums, the snares, the beats. It causes an adrenaline rush for you to, you know what I mean, to even make you more, because the words get you just as well of where you need to be, right? Like, go do this, go do that, go rob this, go rob that. But when the beat hitting too, dun, you like, yeah, where we at with it? I'm ready to ride this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I'm at the gym. You know what I'm saying?
The adrenaline rush is crazy
that's
with
the
it.
Pre-workout
And the words is crazy. Yes. So music, right? Because it used to be, music is causing people, hip hop is causing people to do negative. Right. And then they used to be like, well, how come actors could kill, shoot, do that, and you get what I'm saying? But that's why I try to tell people it's the power of the melody. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I say, yo, stop what you're doing right now and go rob that store, it's be like, man, man, nobody listening to that. But if I go, pick up a gun and go rob the store. Get the gun if you want more. Pick up the store and rob the. You be like, niggas don't question shit. You get what I'm saying? You rob the store. You want more.
And you think about it after.
Then you got to dance with it. Pick up the gun. Pick up the gun. Pick up this one. Pick up the gun. Hit up a lung. Then hit up a lung. Then hit up a son. Hit up a son. Right? Niggas is like, right? Yeah. So then now it puts you in that like demonic stage. This shit is going crazy. So the adrenaline rush with the music, so the message can come from just, you can talk all you want, but nothing defeats that melody. Yeah. It's the melody, it's the beat, it's the man, it does something to you. This is where we born from. This is where we come from, drums and everything, man. You get that feeling. So with Ja being in the car with his homie, think about this. I want y'all to think about something. This is how real it is that nobody really ever talked about or thought about, right? What was going on when he pulled out the gun? Both times.
Celebrating?
Music.
Yeah.
Music was going on.
I felt like it was a trick question. I wanted to say music.
No, right? So music was going on, but he was genuinely happy. He wasn't demonic in terms of anger and evilness when he showed it.
It wasn't beef.
It was more like, save as a say, I got the gun on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got the, it was happiness.
That's what I was saying. He was having a good time.
Yeah. On both situations, Ja Morant was having a good time. So I would say he just needs to pray, get himself together. He's gonna lose out on a lot of games. He's gonna lose in endorsements. He's gonna lose a lot of money. But the healing process for him, if done right, will be worth more than anything, because he got his two situations out the way now. Imagine if he did it later on or did it at a time where he had to use it. Then it'll be over. If you don't learn from these two, because you could get two chances. Come on, we all done did something and say, man, I'm never going raw again, man. I'm telling you. That night, it's really the last time. Like, I ain't gonna lie after this. All right, look, right? And then you just keep going like,
next time.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know what? I'm not stealing again, Lord. I'm telling you I'm not.
Right. Well, we hope that's
I don't got my card on me. Shit.
Yeah.
This shit. Sorry, just one more time. I'm gonna just take these cookies and these chips. It's only 50 cents. Come on, it ain't. You trying to find every way to convince yourself. So he got his two back to back.
He got three.
I mean, because the laser shit with the Pacers, the young boy that he supposedly, they got to figure that out.
There's four.
He got right, but with the gun actually being shown.
Yeah,
because the other ones he gonna be able to fight, or even if they gotta pay the young kid, if the situation happened and he did put his hands on the young kid, he'll get paid eventually. But it won't; those situations won't be able to. It's these two. Because
they got dog in the strip club too. They own you.
Yeah,
this is where you got to chill out a little bit.
And this is why I say where now you're gonna have to watch him, because God bless him. But when he goes through these therapy sessions again, and then now he can't go to the clubs, he can't really go out nowhere because they gave him the advice that it's best not to go nowhere.
Yeah, does it take away from him being
now? How does
superstar?
How does he feel from there?
Because he's
a kid.
You know, you were talking about
he's a man. He's a boy,
influential people. He's next. He is. That again? He's Derrick Rose reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is high flying, his action. He's got that Iverson look to him. He's got the tats. You know what I'm saying? He's stylish. The kid can move. He is him.
Definitely.
Right now in the league. He's him.
Agree with you.
He could easily be the face of the league, but they're going to size him up from that. I was telling my nephew, I was like, yo, you think the way that Instagram Live happened, if you watch it live, you don't see that gun. Yeah. Period. He's got all eyes on him. Whoever was sitting there pressing pause, play, pause, by frame, making sure. Why they put that camera down?
Yeah.
There is so many people watching him to watch him fail. You know what I mean? I don't want to put race into it, but it's gonna be something about race. They want him to fail. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not using that as the excuse. No. I'm just saying, like, you're here. You have to know that the situation happened prior, and you have to have better people around you. And if you really want to improve, you come to therapy at the Danza Project with Charlie Clips, Danza, and Chris. You know what I'm saying?
Straight like
that. That's how it really is.
Here's the thing, too, though, right? Because I notice everybody keeps saying, "Yo, your friends around you," and then now people start, "Nah, we're not going to blame the friends. I'm not going to do that." And I'm going to tell you why. His man was rapping, did a gun gesture just as well.
For sure.
I don't think Ja told him, "I'm going to pull a gun out right after this, so do that." And then I'm going to do this.
You could be there in advance to let the motherfucker know, like, yo, you ain't getting him in the car with anything on you.
That's a fact. But if I told you I learned my lesson and I ain't doing that shit no more and it's over for that.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Do you not hang out? Like now you got to the point where you got to, in order for you to reach me as my friend, you can't even hang out with me for a little bit. You got to go, yo, before we get in this car, you got that on you? And then when I go, nah, I got it on me. You got to go, you can't get in here. I'll see you tomorrow.
Word.
Go put that shit back. You right about that.
That's the kind of person I am.
I agree with that. But I also agree with just as well, right, that if you're around a person that you love and then they're your friend and they have a habit or they got something going on, yeah, you don't want to get on Instagram Live and show that, but I think it was shocking to his friend too. Because you can shock your friends again.
The way that phone dropped, it was definitely
you can shock your friends again. Like, yo, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? We don't know what was said when that shit dropped. He could have been like, yo, bro, what the fuck?
Fuck both of them.
You dig what I'm saying?
It
like,
definitely
nigga,
happened.
nigga, why? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. But probably was sipping, probably was smoking, probably was on something,
fun, man.
Enjoying himself.
From one spot to the next, we in transition. You know what I mean?
Just God bless him. God bless him. What I will say is this, though. He ain't going to do no time. Good.
Thank you.
He going to miss some games. He going to lose some endorsements. But he can always get it back. It's going to be new money. So I ain't going to say you could get that back. But you can make some new money. Right? Because now, guess what they're using him as? Hi, I'm John Morant. I used to have a problem doing this, that, and the third, but I changed my life, and you could change your life, too. Then the endorsements is going to come from positive commercials.
The wolf of the NBA.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, he's young, man. God bless him for real.
I hope he turns it all around.
Yeah, because
I want to watch him for the next 20.
I like the thing about people, you just never know. And after the first time, I think we all would have put our money on the table and bet that he'd never do that again. For sure. Like, yo, the nigga will never do that again. It's like 3 weeks later, a month, and he did it again. So now I can't make the bet that he won't do it again. No. Get what I'm saying? Because you be thinking sometimes like, nah, a person not going to do this again, yo. That's like them motherfuckers.
First off, you broke your hand in the playoffs. Leave your hand alone. All right, my man. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Go to Cancun. Have fun.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to squeeze that shit.
Yeah, chill out.
But man, like I said, man, God bless him. I think the little homie will learn, and I hope he understand.
We felt the same way about Tory Lanez. Then he went out and beat up August Alsina. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already in the limelight. Chill.
Tory, that's the homie, man. Yeah, but you know what? Tory's aggressive motherfucker. Tory always angry. Like, Tory, that nigga cool as shit. But he mad, he mad.
That's what happens when you're fighting.
But you got to stay out the. You got to. You got to stay out the. Definitely, once you get locked up for something, once you get accused of something, the best thing you can do is stay away. Yeah. Let that go all the way away. And just
I think that definitely had influence on this decision.
Yeah.
I think it did because that shit got too big. August Alsina talking about, and I think everybody in the world knew he did it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like something you could deny. Yeah. It's like, all right, Tory did this. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't me. It's like, well, you were here. You were. Well, I was inside of the hotel. My boys could tell you right now. It's like, oh yeah, they're gonna tell us different.
But you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Every time you get into something, sometimes you learn, and then sometimes you get right back into it, and then you got to relearn again. Like, fuck, I just learned my lesson, but for some reason I got to learn again. It's for real now, and sometimes it's too late. But I always look at people in these situations and say, yo, y'all still got your lives. You get what I'm saying? Y'all ain't really doing no time or nothing like that. You still got time to learn from your mistakes and really understand what's going on. So
and sometimes you do lose it, and you see these people lose their lives, and it's like, it's sad to see.
Yo,
it's sad to see what happened with Tory. I'm not gonna make a judgment on what happened with Megan Thee Stallion or whatever, if he did it or didn't do it. You know what I mean? It sounds hella convincing that the Kelsey chick is the one that was blasting off, but at the end of the day, he's got to stay out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but remember what I said. You go through things sometimes a couple times. I think the whole situation, the way it played out or what happened, you know what I mean? I think he learned. Like, because he was, feeling strong about that case. Like, and you just see, that's the thing. Here's my thing, right? Not afraid of jail or none of that, right? But what's in there for you? Nothing.
Not a damn.
And my thing is, I don't want nobody controlling me, telling me what time to wake up and what to eat and when to shower. You get what I'm saying? So if I can stop that from happening, then don't put yourself in situations. Unfortunately, sometimes you get put in a situation where you have no choice to do something and you got to go there. But when you get the opportunity where you could have almost went there and then you're not in there and you don't learn from that, you get what I'm saying? That's the tough part.
I'm terrified to go to jail. I'm gonna tell you why I'm scared of jail.
Because
there's no pussy in there. She said because your shirt open. Because there's no pussy in there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
gonna be like, we got one. Rico suave.
Pause. but real shit. I don't want to go. I don't. First off, I don't want to lose the opportunity to be a dad.
That's real.
Hello.
I don't. Salute. And shit.
That's a real one.
But I mean, people talk about like, oh yeah, I could do the time. I'm not afraid of any of that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely afraid of not being able to have access to pussy 24/7. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I gotta be in here locked behind the walls, having somebody really tell me when I gotta do this and when I gotta do that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Steak and lobster to that sandwich with that bread and whatever shit.
But a lot of people like pushing that image that it's cool and, oh well, I could do the time, I ain't worried about nothing. That's cool. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But that's holding my money up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're pulling me away from my money and I'm gonna be excited about it. Like, oh yeah, I'm a real one. I did my time. Nah, fuck that. Look, here goes what I want to do real quick. It's been a long show, long episode. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I want to do a brief intermission for 5 minutes because I definitely got to go take a piss real quick. And we're going to chop it up. So y'all hold on. Make sure y'all make sure you press that subscribe button, like, share the shit. And we'll be right back in 5 minutes. Landon, you got that intermission ready? Boom. Cut the audio. Don't play no music so we don't even have to fucking deal with all that shit. They got to wait.
Man, they got.
Heard you looking for the real. Just know I can point you to that show. With a real rice, take a seat. Come kick it and talk about facts. Chop it up, burn one, take a shot and talk about rap. What you talk about, homie? That's the Danza Project. That's the Danza Project. That's the Danza Project. What you watching every week? That's the Danza Project. That's the Danza Project. Go. That's the Danza Project. Go. I'ma tell Christian Miggs on the Danza Project. 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 go. If you had to hustle, came up in a struggle, I can tell you what it feel like. Was up in the trenches, was up in the fences, committing them crimes up in real life. I picked up a pen, could never pretend. You must see about me, saying real right. My team is so small, don't want no new friends. Just know that my circle is real tight. We up in the skill while we up in the field, and we won't stop till we score a touchdown. I call it my jeweler, feels like a coolest. Bet 50K for a bust down. I took me a flight to Miami. I hustle, I truck in my bands. I ain't from the project, know who the boss. I'm about to go kick it with Danza. Heard you looking for the real. Just know I can point you to the show. With a real rights, take a seat. Come kick it and talk about facts. Top it up, burn one, take a shot and talk about rap. What you talk about, homie? That's the Danza Project. That's the Danza Project. That's the Danza Project. Go. What you watching every week? That's the Danza Project.
That's all you gotta do. You ain't gotta go crazy on the motherfucking buttons and all that shit. Hey, you know, every time we go on the Danza Project, what we like to do is have a little bit of fun. I had my man Campbell send me a lot of beats over. I said, yo, just send me some beats. He sent me like a good 30-pack. Landon, let me get that E-cig, and we took a little brief intermission. I'm like, you just want to rap? I got my guy Cash in the building too. Shout out Cash. We got Charlie Clips in the motherfucking building.
I know we was rapping, but if we rapping, my rules is I ain't got nothing written down.
Okay.
So we all gotta do something.
I don't even write to have written.
Yeah, that's
you know
what I like to hear.
I don't even rap like that. I will snap like this.
What else?
How I react like this. In the studio with Charlie Clips.
Charlie Clips is here. Let me talk.
And now
Charlie Clips. Come on, man. We on some Harlem shit. Put your fists up. They better guard this shit. My carbon grip. I'm trying to rip out their cartilage. Come on, the squadron with me.
What else?
I cannot not leave Earth. My nigga from Harlem with me.
What else?
I take the lead. Watch their faces bleed. I remember I tweeted you. You came to see me battle Major League.
What else?
That's Block City.
Yes.
And you still rock with me. And my nigga been back in the days getting them stock with me.
Okay.
From Buffalo. Packing them stills like Buffalo. Matter of fact, untouchable. My style's indestructible. So please, hammer on the heat. Disrespect, I gotta thank Camel for the beat. And that's it. Apparel's getting fleeced. Disrespect, cash, man, the barrel's gonna speak.
boom.
The barrel gonna speak. I'm a wanted man.
Hold on, let me
Candy
start that
bar
bitch back
niggas
up.
respect
Hey,
me.
let me start that motherfucker back up.
Oh, why you stop the beat? That's like you trying to stop the heat. Let me complete the mission. It's obsolete. Stop and sweep, nigga. The block is squeak. Watch yourself, nigga. Gun on you, nigga. You pop yourself, nigga. Cheddar bob ass nigga. You better rob ass nigga. The girl. All right, look. Let me stop. Look, I'm a wanted man. The freestyle on here wasn't even a wanted plan. Turn the beat up. I seen the signal that you gave to the other man. I smack him with the other hand. Cash and Wing come with the rubber bands. Cause you know Cash usually come with the rubber bands. And y'all niggas from Buffalo, right? So when I give a nigga wings, I hope you two niggas could understand. Yeah, no you can't. Buffalo wings, I'm sitting back in my ranch. And the hoes like the way your niggas dressing. I could've did the whole magazine as a freshman. I'm talking vibe, I'm talking essence, God bless him. Gymnastics class, don't make me stretch him. Give your girl a bone, I gotta fetch him. And I hope you niggas understand it's a lesson.
But hold on. Cause they getting expelled. I got the magazines too. I give you the double XL.
What else?
And every word is real.
What else?
So I always keep my burner filled. I never pop myself, and it ain't Buffalo, it's Murderville. Ask about, that's which, you know where the bats is from. Disrespect that shit, I gotta snatch your funds. I'm by myself, no double team, so fuck the fiend. Carry this on my back, and I will crush your spleen. They call me Cash Cod, a bad guy. Bloodied up, waving my flag high. Don't chastise or leave with a black eye. From the backside to the front still, gun still, unfilled. Leave you unfilled, please. I keep my gun filled. That's why I had to say chill, please. Don't try to balance, cause I ain't trying to battle, but please, it's transparent, it's different. I don't wanna leave niggas embarrassed, cause this ain't battle rap, but I will leave you face vanishing. It's too quick, too flick, my tooth flick. Got two hands, get two flicks. More beef than Brutus. They better ask who do this. Exclusive, and this is off the head, off the mental. Got more lead than number 2 pencils. I'm from the streets, I'm the king, but this ain't Sacramento. And when I cock it back, ask, I'm aiming for your temple. This Cash Q, bad news and never bashful.
What else?
These little lizards better not act with a pterodactyl on the spot.
Niggas outside be a cheapskate. You mentioned Brutus earlier. Your shorty get this beef cake. Wait, I kill a nigga for 100 grams, dumping out the underwear. My lawyer is a briefcase. You get it? Underwear, briefcase. It's a cheapskate. I'm with cash, feeling like a nigga done won the sweepstakes. You know me, nigga, I sweep stakes. Ratchet on anywhere in the city. I will sweep states. Talking New York, Pennsylvania. We'll be talking about Brutus, nigga, WrestleMania. Freestyle off the block. I'm an NBA man. For his Mortal Kombat slam on him like NBA Jam. Hold up. And that's the games that you got inside the room. Rest in peace to the homie MF Doom. But I will mask up, blast up. Nigga, hit your blacks up, then black up, and hit your back up until your back up.
Right, so let me define. The spot gotta be mine. You right. The man on the it said be kind. Plus, you gotta let that toolie blow.
What else?
The shit is like a studio. Plus, my uncle name is Don Julio.
What else?
It's Cash Q. Ain't nothing. Get your parquet up. When the sparkades up right here, I put the arcade up.
Okay.
The Mortal Kombat with all the contract. The non-clap. Get your spawn crack. That's how it is without the contract.
Okay. Big lead. Hit your sister with the big lead. NBA Jam. She like when I get a big head. And he's on fire. Squeeze on pliers. Squeeze off riders. You niggas don't want these off riders. I hold up. Now, if you listen to me, I ain't even make sense. But it's cool though. I'm riding in the Benz, right, with the gray tints. They never see though. I'm in a gray BM. Chilling with a lady friend. They'll cash to come out like it's an ATM.
Right, so cool. The locker. When I come back in the room, I'ma pop you.
What else?
You already know I got my goons and they drop you.
What else?
So just like you said, on fire. And what comes next?
Boom shakalaka.
Call me Cash, nigga. I swing like Baraka.
What else?
Go to PR with my mans. We on the Maraca. Matter of fact, they talk shit. Then I'm gonna pop you.
What
got
else?
the Don Julio, the Don Telleon, and the vodka.
These niggas out here, they needed some help. We mentioned liquors, right? I'm nice if I do say myself. I'm too nice off the top with it. Don't make me hit your block with it. Open lock with it, then set up shop.
I'm just playing the beat because it's fucking right there.
What else?
And I ain't rapping no more.
Nah.
Keep on.
Dope. It's dope.
Alright, fuck it, I'll rap, cause I don't give a fuck.
What
We're
else?
at the Danza Project at like 2 in the morning.
Okay.
Flowing. I don't even know where I'm going with
Okay.
it. I'm just listening to y'all motherfucking rap. And I'm back with the shit. I don't give a motherfuck Versace. I'm looking like I got some slacks in this bitch.
What else?
Just relax in this bitch.
What else?
I'm attacking this bitch.
What else?
Got a rack in this bitch.
What else?
On top of racks in this bitch.
What else?
What we got in this
This bitch,
I'm living cause I'm loving
Yeah.
it above this shit.
Yeah.
And everybody looking like I fucked
You
they
see
bitch.
what I do?
Shit. You see, I'm loving it too much. Now you go flow. I don't wanna do this shit too much.
Nah, I can't. A young nigga on my grizzly. I was waving hammers before Jama. Look, let me stop it. You notice how I bring up what we was talking about earlier? Peep how I go through the topics. Now, first, you mentioned Julio. Meanwhile, we was sipping Don. And we asked who's the best out of Curry, Mike, or LeBron.
Let's go.
Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the best. Cause fuck around, I can shoot from 3 and I can stretch. Then buck it down. I can make it go all net. Then pull up in a Corvette. Then hit your girl, she all wet. And my t-shirt a 4X. No, it's down to 2. Cause I've been doing push-ups like around the crew. You bound to who? Nigga, watch your mouth like what you bound to
but
do.
let me ball too. Cause I feel like Curry.
What
I
else?
got green eyes, I shoot from anywhere. And my daddy, he used to ball
Ball
too.
too.
You feel how I feel? So yeah, I'm from the Ville too.
Let's go.
That's how I gotta keep it. I always keep that still too. And I feel you. You gotta always keep that vest on. And your game all around. So you like LeBron. I feel it too. So niggas getting paid. And my man, he feel like Versace. That's MJ.
Now, your father used to shoot too. That mean he was the best. Fuck it though. I'd rather be the second shooter like Seth, not Steph. This is what I like to do. Don't play with death. I use this tech. I don't know what you niggas on. It must be meth. Then that's word to Cal. Make me shoot this shit and I will burn it down. Burn a pound. Hokey pokey what? I make you turn around. Put you in the ground. And this is off the top. They like, Charlie, can you stop? Nah, this what happened once I get in. Look,
We gotta
I get
rob,
in the
son.
groove.
I feel you. Cause I keep the
What
calico
else?
with big ass scopes, some bifocals looking like Marv 1. Yeah, I'm from D2. You already know
What we
I gotta
doing?
speak to.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like Calico, WWE
So
2.
get back, my nigga, so we can rap, my nigga. This ain't our track, my nigga. I kept cash, keep it 1,000. That's a stack, my nigga. On the guns, I bet he ran, cause what I rap, my nah. I said, look. My intros be better than niggas' rhymes. These niggas talk about crimes and they can't do the times. You ever seen a loose leaf? Well, I got a bunch of holes and a couple lines. Niggas can't ball me up all the fucking time.
So niggas be saying names. My niggas don't play no games. On the rooftop, 22 shots, we taking aim.
What else?
Making dudes drop from 2 blocks. I'm tired of these putas. I'm great like the Muta. And raising my ruga.
Oh, you tired of these putas? Nigga, I knows. No Spanish, I grab they bitch and bend they hoes. This is off the top, and now you try to get there. Hold on. I grab this nigga's bitches and I bend they hoes. And then I tell them, Cali the boca, while I enter in the chocha. Then whip up the cola, then kick it like I'm Oprah. Like you get a bar, you get a bar, or you get a brick. I'm from New York, and I'm happy to rep the Knicks. I said
I always keep my tosa. I'm tired of these chochas.
What else?
I go down to Boca and meet with my nigga BLP. You know, that's kosher.
Okay.
And niggas mad cause I'm always busting off the toaster.
What else?
And my nigga like Sosa with his shirt open. If they talk shit, you see the kosher.
What else?
Gotta stay away from niggas like, cause niggas vultures. That's how it is, my nigga. Connect the vulture until it's testarosis. And you see me peck my vultures, I'm different.
I'm a fucking hazard. Pop's alive, but I'm a fucking bastard. Feel like Cookie. Watch yourself. Don't fuck with magic. It get tragic. Like that nigga there, he got an open shirt, but if you played, he gonna make sure you get an open casket. Everything open from this corner store. Brought it all. What you know about the whole game? Catch me in Baltimore. They raving cause a nigga get fly. They know I'm packing and I scramble. What's my coach told me to do? Lamar Jackson, this ain't nothing new. My new contract, I'm new on that. I uppercut a nigga, he'll need a new contact or call his new contact. Oh yeah, this beyond rap. You niggas don't want it with me, nigga. I straight, yo, look, I say it's off the topical, off the topical. Remember when my fantasies used to be tropical? It was 50 Cent. Now I'm in a new Ferrari, bumping the old 50 Cent. Many men, headshot him, nigga. Get it in.
50 Cent was tropical. I remember when the shit used to be unstoppable.
What else?
And niggas thought they tough guys, so they ended in the hospital. Used to leave them frozen like them popsicles.
What else?
But thinking it is optional. I hit him in the head because it's profitable. You violate my nigga Charlie Clips, then you got to go.
What else?
Violate my nigga Miggs, I send you where the Rockets go. Violate my nigga Chris, I smoke you like an optimal. Violate my nigga Landon, then you see me cock the toast. Violate the nephew, that's it. Nigga, it's adios. Body blows. I'm from Murderville, that's the body hoes. I got a lot of hoes, gotta get it, nigga. Adios. From Baby Truth, 84, 85, or 82. I'm just like you. My pop's album, my mom's raised me
too high.
Nigga.
Mama raised 2 real niggas. Clumsy with the gat, yo, I will spill niggas. But I be in the South, right, with some real trill niggas. I used to be in Harlem, right, chilling with my heel niggas.
You know what's crazy, though?
That's
nasty. That these niggas be getting at me.
What else?
But I just did some fucked up shit with the Thule about like last week.
Last week?
Like he made it hot again. He on the block again. They trying to box again. But these niggas can't take my oxygen.
They can't take your oxygen, right? Cause it's raw, yay. You know what we be doing, right? Hustling, I mean like all day. Whip the work up and play with it though, like it's foreplay, this all way. And then I ship the work right on your Broadway, and on Broadway. Nigga, cracking when I Instagram, hearing the blam. I said Broadway, sipping on Amsterdam. I'm going through the blocks and all the avenues. I rather do collateral. Your damage will be collateral. I'm mad at you.
So you gotta get right. I was on the same streets. I know about right there. Then the next turn is Washington Heights. And then we take it back to Deuce Train from Murderville to Yonkers. Where the locks was there with monsters. Where we used to take the concerts. We take it back to fair. And now we looking for them sponsors. But niggas talking tough and that shit fire like it's Blanca.
Fly like it's bonkers. I used to be the man in the BX back when the concourse would cost $1,000. That's the Grand Concourse. You know I keep the gun in hand, but I will kill a nigga in Queens like the son of Sam. No disrespect. Rest in pieces to your nephew and your nieces. Now I want you to peep the thesis as they resting in them pieces. I'll shoot a nigga headshot. You know I can't believe this. Steph Curry vision. I'm shooting shots from the bleachers.
Undefeated. I gotta send these motherfuckers to Jesus. Leave them where they knees is. They beneath us.
What else?
Watch when they speakers. Now we on the speakers thinking they leakers. Let the heat spit. Watch how quickly they beaks rip. Nah, you get your teeth ripped. One punch, your beak clip. Fuck that. Got more Buddhist than beef kid, remember?
Yeah.
That's where the streets
Wait, time out. Landon, cut the stream. We're going to do this shit off here because I'm having a good motherfucking time. And these clips are exclusive.
Nah. We going one more time on air. Let them have it one more time.
One more time on air. We same beat. We same beating it.
All right. Let's do it one more. We just having fun. That's what we do.
I know. I'm just saying we got it.
You got something?
No. I'm just saying this is exclusive. You feel me?
It was spitting.
This shit is crazy.
I like Nas' first album, but the problem with us though, it wasn't written.
It wasn't.
It was off the top. I mean, the funny part, I box like Javante, but my style is more unorthodox. I check your chin. I don't respect your men. Tell them guess again. Weapon in. Headshot you right and disrespect your Timbs. Step all over the tree, then disrespect your limbs. Then I'm hitting your Barbie. You don't know what's that? The bitch that's standing next to
And we
Kim.
both from New York, like Babe Ruth.
Uh-huh.
And I'm glad I gave Goose. Had the Deuce and the Grey Goose. And you know the real boxing fact? That Durant got his ass knocked out the first time? That was my blood uncle. His real name then Jesus from PR. Nah, this is real. Left him in the ER. Then fought him 3 times. Shot his moms in the ER. It's crazy. And ended up in jail, nigga, with AIDS. She's real. But take it back to Murderville.
Murderville. Niggas dying, so prepare the hugs, prepare the slugs. Put them in the ground, let them prepare the bugs. I noticed that you said Babe Ruth a while ago. Share the slugs. Babe Ruth, the Yankees, right? I walk in and air the judge, Aaron Judge, whatever his name is. I ain't prepared to budge, smear the bud. Watch you on the window, then I smear the blood. I hear the grudge. Niggas don't want shots, nigga. Hear the thugs. I'm paid for the noise these niggas talking. Man, you wearing love.
But they mad at me. Like they won't battle you. They won't battle me.
What else?
Take it back to New York, you Jeter. Then I'll be Mattingly. You already know. Matter of fact, don't take no days
what
off.
Else?
My last name Rodriguez. I guess then I'll be A-Rod.
The players that you naming kinda picky and it's sickly. Adolf shit. I put him on a mantle like Mickey. Hold on, nigga. I fuck up his Carrera. That's word to Yogi. I'm a bearer. Cause you know Yogi bear.
Oh, but you're right. But they don't want to battle pros. But let's take it back. Babe Ruth, or matter of fact, DiMaggio. Yeah, on the first hit.
What else?
On that third shit.
What else?
Don't give a fuck. I'm on my third base. A-Rod to get the curbs hit.
Okay, sometimes you got the plastic knife. Sometimes you got the gun chrome. Well, even when I use, nigga, you slide or you run home. And niggas don't want to see that gunfire. Mask on, fucking with the bass. I'm an umpire. This is one pyre, vampire, damn liar. Slide up, hand glider, hand fire. Moving through the game, man, I blam tires.
2 sticks everywhere. Marshmallows, but ain't no campfire. I am fire. Disrespect and you getting your man blyer. Don't give a fuck, I keep that thing bias. That's how it is. Your niggas disrespect, they getting. They gotta die in the air looking like hand gliders.
Now, everything else is gonna be exclusive. Everything we do is just having fun. Landon, everybody, I appreciate y'all for tuning into the Danza Project, episode 1, motherfucking 12. Yeah, do that.
Made you rhyme too, motherfucker.
I
Niggas
know,
ain't do that up here.
Hey, I ain't even supposed to be rapping.